the stream. We actually have a little bit of gaming news this morning, a few different bits and pieces. So I figured, although this is a Grand Theft Auto playthrough video, we're going to talk about the news for a bit, as if it's a Geeky Pastimes show. I might start those up properly again, I don't know, next week maybe. When we get a bit more news, basically, when there's more news going on. But if you're just here, say you're watching the playlist for Grand Theft Auto, hopefully you'll be used to this by now, because we do often pause the game and talk about stuff. But just skip ahead, until you see the game up on screen, and then you'll know that it's good to go. So yeah, lots of gaming news over the night, actually, really. Like, nothing groundbreaking, but stuff that is of particular interest to my kind of niche fascinations. Good morning, Mark. How's it going? I'm also going to eat a scone. They're getting a bit dry now, but yeah, it's still good. So, we'll get out of the way some of the boring stuff, the stuff that's not that interesting. This. Acer has announced the Nitro Blaze 11, which, I don't know. I think it's not that I want one of these. It's not that I even want to see one of these in person. But this photo is hilarious. Look at this photo. This is supposedly a portable handheld gaming device. To me, that looks like that man is holding a laptop. Like, what? That's insane. Good morning, Finley. Good morning, Ash. Hey, Geeky, how come you haven't been playing Delta Force? So, there's kind of two sides to why I haven't played Delta Force. One side is that I pretty much burnt out on the game. So I played so much during the test that I actually got quite bored of it during the test. And then I have watched a little bit of people playing the full version or the released version. I don't know. Is it early access? Is it the full release? I don't really know. I have watched a little bit of people playing it, but it doesn't really look any different. It's I know there's more maps and stuff, but when I've watched, most people are playing the old maps. I've still had lots of people on my YouTube comments complaining that, there's lots of cheaters on the extraction mode. Lots of kind of issues on that side. So it doesn't really look like the game has changed that much from the alpha version that I played. So I'm a bit nah, I had my fun with it. I'm not super interested in playing more of it. I was talking yesterday about, I think there's some fundamental problems with extraction shooters as a genre that means that they're super fun when they're brand new and everyone's working out what they're doing and there's no cheaters and everyone's kind of low level and exploring. And then as soon as people start knowing what they're doing, it just ruins it completely, because then you start getting people, camping places where they know they can kill you, exploiting game mechanics to wipe you out, having much better gear, and then coming, it's just, it's a pain. And I think, actually, there's 3 reasons why I stopped playing. Anyway, so that's one of them. That just the game didn't look like it had changed that much. It still has the same problems I expected it to. The second part of it is when they announced that there were not going to be any more bots in multiplayer or extraction. To me, that's the exact wrong direction to go, because of all the stuff I was just talking about how you'll just get wiped, people will wipe the floor with you. Whether that's cheaters or whether that's just people who play a lot. And, with an extraction shooter, obviously you lose a lot. It's just quite frustrating. It's not a lot of fun. So I'm not super into that. And so when they announced, oh yeah, we're not going to have any bots either, I was hoping they were going to have bots and keep on working on them to make them more human. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later today, actually. But instead, they decided to announce that there weren't going to be any bots in the game at all. And it's oh, well, the game's just going to be worse then. So that annoyed me. And then the third thing was, I did a video about this, but they're doing something a bit skeezy, Ash, with content creators, where they've been doing a thing where people don't say they're doing sponsored videos for Delta Force, but Delta Force are hey, if you do these videos, we're going to pay you. And I'm a bit uncomfortable with that. A bit uncomfortable with people being with them being hey, we'll pay you for the content we're making, but don't say it's an ad, don't say it's sponsored. I'm not the biggest fan of that kind of thing. And so it's like that's put me off. Like, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have played much Delta Force anyway, even if it wasn't for that. But that's put me off playing Marvel Rivals, for example. I've played a bit of Marvel Rivals, but I just like being on that creator Discord. I don't like the way that they're doing business with creators. I think they are trying to get positive coverage in sneaky ways. And while the game is like Marvel Rivals, the game is genuinely really good. I think Marvel Rivals is great. I'm a bit uncomfortable with it, and so I'd rather not focus on making content on it. So that's why I haven't played much Delta Force, basically. Don't think the game's that much fun. I think they're heading in the wrong direction, and they're a bit skeezy. That's it. But yeah, this supposedly portable gaming device, I just think this is very funny. It was announced yesterday at CES, and it's just that is so huge. Like, it annoys me, and me and my wife talk about this quite a lot. It annoys me how big the Steam Deck and the Switch are. Like, they're not that portable. Like, you can put them in a backpack, and then you can kind of get them out, on a plane or in a hotel, and you can play on them. But they're not, like, that portable. Like, anyone who's used a Steam Deck or a Switch on a plane will know that it's, like, you've got to have kind of, you've got to sit in a slightly weird way, either with your elbows out, which isn't really possible in economy on a flight, or you've got to, like, sit at a weird angle because you have to have your hands so far apart. They're surprisingly heavy. They use quite a lot of power up. They're just, like, if you're going on a trip where you would like to pack light, which to me is every trip, I'd always want to pack as light as I possibly can when I go anywhere in the world. Especially, or if I'm going somewhere where it's like for work, like when I went to COD Next and I have to take my laptop and everything, or when I went on a cruise, I took my laptop because I thought I was going to have to do a bit of work. Actually, I did do a bit of work on a cruise. It's like, it's another thing. It's like you've got your laptop and stuff, and then you have like a Switch or a Steam Deck. They're too big. I really miss the form factor of the 3DS. Like, I think the 3DS was like the perfect form factor for me. I could put it in my jeans pocket, and I personally, I don't care about it being super powerful. I'd be much happier having something like a 3DS and then being able to play like Stardew Valley or Vampire Survivors or stuff like that, which I'm sure they could get working in that kind of form factor. I don't need to play 3D games, even though the 3DS could obviously do actual 3D games. I don't care about playing, like, I don't want to play The Witcher 3 on it or whatever. So yeah, like, I want smaller handheld devices. And I know people say, like, oh, there's no point because you've got your phone. But playing games on your phone isn't fun for me. Like, it's, I don't want to be carrying around that stupid backbone thing that I don't even think works that well, that they gave me at COD Next. I don't like using the touchscreen controls. I want a dedicated gaming device where I can open it up, play a game, close it down, put it away, open it up again, it'll be saved in the same place on the game. Like, I just want that. I want a gaming device that is a 3DS size. I could, to be honest, just keep using my 3DS. But, I like playing new games as well. I like there being new stuff. And, Stardew Valley isn't, or something like that isn't on it. I feel like if there was something really addictive that I could find on my 3DS that I'd want to play, something like Stardew Valley, maybe I should find a Harvest Moon game that I really like or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is the exact opposite. I think a lot of PC manufacturers have gone down the direction of thinking, people want better graphics. People want, like, higher resolutions. People want bigger screens. And it's like, maybe there is an audience for that. But I bloody don't. I want something that's more portable. It's 36.4 cents. It's over a foot wide. That'll barely fit in my backpack. It's insane. It's saying that it's got a 120 hertz screen, 2 terabytes of storage. It's too big. It's too big. Anyway. You miss the days of having a Game Boy. Yeah. I think that's it, that I grew up with a Game Boy. Why not a PSP? I've had a PSP and a Vita. I never, on the PSP and the Vita, I never found a game I really liked. Like, not one. I played all the games that, like, people would say were amazing. I don't know, I never clicked with it. It's because I'm not super into, like, 3D games and stuff, I think, on a handheld. Like on the 3DS, I used to love playing like Animal Crossing, and which I know is vaguely 3D, but you know what I mean. Like stuff like that, the 2D Super Mario games, stuff like that. I like playing simple games on a handheld, stuff that I can just open up, play for a couple of minutes, and then stop. That's what I want. I don't want something that I need to get into. So this is another thing. This is quite cool for me because I use an LG TV. Xbox Cloud Gaming is coming directly to LG TVs. Now, this isn't such a big deal for me because I have an Xbox Series X plugged into my TV. But I think stuff like this is really cool. This was already on Samsung TVs, by the way. But now it's coming to LG TVs as well, where if you have Game Pass, you'll be able to download the Xbox app and just play cloud streaming games. And cloud streaming, if you've got an okay internet connection, cloud streaming is good. Like, I would say it's not the best thing in the world. There's definitely some problems. You know, it's nowhere near as good as playing locally, but it's really good. Like, really, like, it's enough. It's good enough that I would happily play a single player game from start to finish on it, which is pretty impressive. And you can play like racing games on it, and it's fine. I wouldn't want to play like a competitive first person shooter. I wouldn't want to play a fighting game on it, but yeah, there's a lot of really, really good games. And yeah, and then there's also this new thing where even some games that aren't on Game Pass, but if you own them on Xbox, you'll be able to play those too. So I think this is really cool. I really love what Xbox are doing here, where this idea of, everything's an Xbox. You can play on your phone, you can play on, an ROG Ally, you can play on a laptop. I hope they support the Steam Deck at some point. I can kind of get why they don't, but I would love it if Steam Deck had an Xbox Game Pass app. I think that would be amazing. But yeah, really, really, like, this sort of thing I like. This sort of thing I love. Again, like, this lets me play Stardew Valley, whatever. But yeah, very cool. I suppose Stardew Valley you can play on your phone anyway. Anyway, other stuff that was important. We can skip that one. Obviously, the new graphics cards have been announced. These are the MSI ones, so I just think these look nice. The new graphics cards were announced last night, officially. So we now know the specs of everything, and we know the prices. I did actually find the exact prices in the UK. I can't find them again now. I've just been looking. I'll find them again now, actually. I know how to find it. Reddit.com/Nvidia, and then there's a link that I found that did it. Maybe someone's done the price. But anyway, yeah, you can look up the price. Like, Nvidia does have a website with all the prices in your own country. Okay, I can't find it. Maybe I've got it on my phone. But the prices and everything aren't so bad. Here we go. So it is nvidia.com to nvidia.com/ENGB /GeForce/graphics cards/50 series. There we go. So this is the website where you can actually see the prices of them. It's also got all the other information. We'll go through everything, but we'll start with the prices because I think that's the kind of interesting bit. So these are the prices. The 5090, which is one I want to get, I was saying, okay, 2,500 would be like too much for me. 2,000 was like kind of where I wanted it to be. £1,939. Now, it is worth saying that's for the Founders Edition, which is Nvidia's own one, which, to be honest, the last couple have been quite good, the Founders Editions. But, you will pay a bit more if you're getting a third-party card, I think. And the third-party cards often run a bit quieter, maybe have overclocks, maybe have slightly better cooling, stuff like that. There's not a huge difference between different versions of the same card, but yeah. But about 2,000 quid, which is a huge amount of money. That means my PC altogether is going to be £3,500. But that's for like a pretty much top-of-the-range PC. I know AMD just announced a bunch of new CPUs, but they're insanely expensive, I think, so not so interested in that. This I'm quite happy with the price of. They've also announced the 5080, which is going to be £979, so literally like, you know, half the price for a 5080. The 5070 Ti at £729. Looking at the specs that I've seen so far, personally, I would say if you're going to get a 3070 Ti, maybe try and get a 5080. For the sake of an extra 250 quid, I think you're getting quite a lot more. But anyway, and then the 5070 at £539, which again isn't that bad. Like 5070 is going to be pretty shockingly good. Like the 4070 is a really good card, and the 5070 is considerably better than it. So, and I'll show you some of the tricks, especially if you play single player games. This is going to be pretty amazing. So I'm very excited about this. I have spent my morning since I woke up trying to ask people if I can get a guaranteed pre-order for one of these. I've had one reply so far, and the answer was no, we have no idea how many we're going to get. So, such is life. Right. So, if we look at specs, you can do this where you compare it to the previous one. I can compare it to my 3080, which is what I have now. So with my 3080, I can do DLSS 2. I can't do 3, which is the frame gen thing. I have a 7th gen NVENC encoder, which is very important for me, obviously, with streaming and recording. So apparently I'm going to get a much better one. I'm going to get 3 9th gen ones, which is pretty crazy. It does open up the possibility of doing single PC streaming with this. And I've got 10 gigabytes of RAM, I think, VRAM on graphics card. It's going to have 32. It's pretty huge. And the memory bandwidth is twice as much as well, which is really cool. So yeah, that's a pretty big jump. If you did, like, say, if you've got a 4070, a normal 4070, you can see there again, you know, you've got a 4070 to the 5070 Ti. You do have the same amount of memory, but it is faster memory, faster VRAM. It's a bit annoying that they haven't put that much VRAM in these, but oh well. And it's, you know, a generation forwards is going to be the big gap. And then the AI tops, and we'll talk a bit more about AI in a bit, nearly twice as many AI tops, whatever the hell they are. So, what's special about these GPUs that they've announced? First of all, they look nice. Look how nice that looks. That's the Founders Edition one. I think that looks really nice. I think that's a very cool design for a graphics card. Surprisingly not that big, which is really interesting. They're not huge. They're only 2 slots, which is really nice. I was worried that they were going to get even bigger, which is ridiculous. But yeah. You're going to wait on what AMD are offering. Yeah, AMD announced theirs, didn't they? Yesterday morning. AMD announced theirs that they've brought out the 9070, which their AMD's top card is like the equivalent of a 4070, I think. I don't think it's the equivalent of a 5070. But yeah. Tops is something per second. Yeah, I've got no idea. But yeah, so the big sort of like headline things of it is DLSS 4. That's like the really big thing. This Nvidia ACE is something that I actually think, although it talks about AI assistants and digital humans, there's a reason I'm actually quite excited about that. Reflex 2 is going to be quite useful. And I've shown off here some of the differences, you know, in performance. That this graph isn't frames per second, it's in performance, but it's showing, you know, in Alan Wake 2, oh, you can have more than double the performance. Now, the double the performance thing is a bit of a sneaky one. So basically, it's this. So you can see here, this is Cyberpunk. This is just a bit, this looks like maybe Phantom Liberty. This is a bit of Cyberpunk. And this one is running at 27 frames per second with DLSS off, but full ray tracing on. And this is running at 238 frames a second. So nearly 10 times the performance with DLSS 4 on and full ray tracing on as well. Now, this isn't a comparison between 2 different cards. This isn't like, oh, this is the 4090 and this is 5090. These are both on the 5090. But the point is that DLSS 4, so for anyone who doesn't know, DLSS was like Nvidia's big thing that they've had for a while that's got incredibly good, where basically the computer renders everything at a way lower resolution. You know, literally, if you're playing at 4K, it'll be rendering at like 1080p, and then it upscales it. So you get the benefit in frame rate of the lower resolution, but the upscaling should make it look, you know, as good as if it was natively 4K. And while it's still not, I wouldn't say it's like perfect. You know, it's like if you look really, really closely, you can probably spot some differences. For some reason with this, like the lights are on in that one and they're not in that one. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, you can notice some differences. Like I can see there's a tiny bit of like, that's a tiny bit sharper than that one. But it's like to the point where you really have to like freeze frame and look, and you have to stare at it. But you're getting way, way, way more frames. Now, the big thing about DLSS 4 that's able to get this kind of improvement, because this is insane. This isn't just, oh, we're rendering it at a quarter of the resolution. Instead, this is frame generation as well. So what they're doing is using AI to not only render essentially pixels, missing pixels, but it's also rendering whole frames. So say if you've got like, you know, at 28 frames a second, you've got a frame every, what's that, like 12 milliseconds or something? No, 24 milliseconds, I don't know. Spotted out, it sort of interpolates them and works out what should go in between. And then it does that again and again and again. And when you do this with TV, you know, you get like clear view and true motion and stuff. It looks terrible because it is just interpolation. It's just taking the average of 2 frames and then putting them, and then it delays the second frame to put it in. It looks pretty bad. This DLSS 4 thing, to me at least, looks pretty much perfect. Like, that looks pretty astounding. To be getting 10 times the frame rate. Like, that's utterly insane. Weirdly there, it actually looks sharper there. I don't know why. Maybe something to do with the movement. But yeah, like that looks, to me, like that looks the same as that, but it's running at 10 times the frame rate. Now, this is an extreme example, because obviously most people don't need 240 frames a second. You know, I'll only ever play at 120 frames a second because that's what my monitor does. Well, my monitor does 165. But anyway, I keep everything at 120. So I wouldn't need to have like such a lot of DLSS. I could maybe render at a higher internal resolution, stuff like that. But yeah, this is very cool. Now, the big problem in the past with this, with DLSS 3, which you can do on 40 series cards, is that it would increase a lot of... it would increase input lag. It would make input lag really bad. Now, I don't know if they've got it on this page, but there was a... They did have another chart up. Oh, yeah, showing here. They did have a chart up. Oh, no, that's just about reflex. They did have a chart up showing that they do other stuff that basically includes looking at your mouse input so it can kind of predict what everything would look like a bit better, which apparently does reduce the perceived input lag as well. So they were showing that with DLSS 4 on, doing this kind of thing where you're getting like, you know, 8 times, 10 times the frame rate, you were getting like 30 milliseconds of input lag. Now, 30 milliseconds of input lag, I'm sure there's going to be some competitive people who are like, that's huge, that's unplayable. Which, like, I kind of get that. I kind of understand that. Like, you can reduce your input lag way below that. You know, people play with, like, 10 milliseconds of input lag, I think. But whenever you're playing anything online, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference because your lag to the servers is, you know, significant as well. So it's not going to make so much of a difference because you're always waiting for the server to tell you what's going on anyway. And then if you're playing single-player games, it doesn't really matter that much at all. Unless, you know, you need to be able to do frame-perfect timing. Again, you know, fighting game stuff, this wouldn't be very good. But for anything where, oh yeah, you can cope with 30 milliseconds of delay, which to me, I could play Call of Duty like that. I'd be fine with it, because I'm not so fussed about being hyper-competitive. I reckon, like, you could get nearly 10 times the frame rate with it looking like basically perfect. That's pretty huge. Like, DLSS 4 is going to be pretty huge. Now, it's not supported by every game. Like, these are the games that it's being supported. I think somewhere they did have a list. Maybe they don't have it on this page. They do have a list somewhere of what games are being supported. And it's stuff like, there's like Indiana Jones and Star Wars Outlaws on there and Black Myth Wukong. I think there are, and Doom, the new Doom game is going to be on there from launch. The new Dune game is also going to be on there from launch. There's quite a bunch of games. Call of Duty isn't on that list, so they're not supporting DLSS 4 straight away. but I think it's kind of exciting. I think it's yeah, and that's on ray tracing overdrive. I am excited about this for playing something like Cyberpunk. You know, if I was playing GTA 6 and like playing that whatever single player or multiplayer, being able to get a frame rate increase that huge is just going to be amazing. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. It's like PSSR. Yeah, it's like all of the different companies kind of have their own thing. AMD has FSR, PlayStation 5 Pro has PSSR, Nvidia has XESS. They're all kind of the same thing. I think Nvidia's been seen as like the industry leader in it since it started, really. But yeah, so a little bit of input latency, but apparently they've reduced that from DLSS3, because with DLSS3 apparently it's like kind of unplayable. Bit of input latency, but insanely high frame rate. So it'll like, it won't necessarily feel that much smoother. Like it'll still feel like you're playing at 60 frames a second. You won't get that kind of smoothness that you get from something that's natively running at like 240 frames a second. So it won't feel that much different, but it'll look way, way, way smoother, which I think will be, yeah, incredible. So that's really cool. There's also this thing. So this is neural, something about neural rendering, and they've shown off this like, oh, okay, this is Half-Life 2, but like what it looks like without ray tracing, and then with ray tracing now, much prettier, much fancier. They've also, they're now doing Reflex 2, so most people who use an Nvidia card will turn Reflex on, Nvidia Reflex on when they're playing anything, which reduces the input latency. Now that they have done this new thing, which is Reflex 2, they're calling it, that apparently like cuts it in a third, basically. I don't know what that video is meant to show, really. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Right, maybe it's this one. It's this one that has... Oh yeah, this has a list of games in it. But yeah, so it shows you like what you can do with these games, the sort of increases you can get. Ray reconstruction as well. Oh, look how nice that looks. Look how nice it is. How lovely. And yeah, DLSS supported hardware. They're saying, you know, 50 series is going to have the multi-frame generation, which is the big thing that's increasing the frame rates a lot. You know, you can go down to a 20 series card and you still get the super resolution stuff. It's just the frame rate stuff that's new for this. And then there's a few games that are like showing off what the new stuff can do. And then somewhere I thought there was a list of games. Oh yeah, I think this is the list of games that are going to have it. But there's quite a lot of games, so just not COD, annoyingly. Somewhere I saw someone had posted a whole list of all the games that are going to have it. But yeah, so that's all kind of cool. And then stuff about, like, for creators, there's stuff here. So AI enhanced voice and video. This is all stuff that's already been about. So that's not really new stuff. Now, the other thing that I thought was super interesting about this is this. So, this is something that I don't think is going to be as interesting. Don't forget to like to stream, by the way. We've got 29 of you here and only 2 people like to stream. 10%. Rubbish. I've got view generation going. No, I shouldn't say that. That sounds terrible. That sounds like I'm botting. I'm not view botting. Sorry, Google. Sorry, YouTube. So, yeah, Nvidia redefining game AI. So they're talking about, you know, Nvidia's big thing that's made them like a multi-trillion-dollar company at the moment is AI. And they're talking about, like, one of the big things they're announcing at their keynote yesterday is ACE, which they talked about last year, like, as in 2023. But now they're applying it a bit more to gaming. And about how they can make bots more interesting, basically. And they've actually shown it off in, like, PlayerUnknown. As well as...
Crafton, we are...
As well as a few other things. This idea that you can have an AI-like teammate, PUBG ally, that is a bot, but it plays like a person. And that means it's using AI to do things like looking around the environment, learning from things that happen before, communicating with you. So if you say you like want a particular item, it will see if it can find some and it'll ping it for you like that. Like that stuff's pretty cool. it will actually like communicate in a kind of more natural way because it's using a simple language model, so it's fast. You know, it's not like the large language models that take ages. It can actually drive. It can drive through the game. Yeah, you can do stuff like that. You can actually talk to it normally and say like, "Hey, can you flank?" And then it will know what that means. It basically plays like a real person, which I think is very, very cool. And you know, I've been saying for ages, I think with these kind of I carry for a living. I've been saying for ages that I think these kind of games are like bots are the future of them. Bots are just like what they need in order to progress. You know, you can't stop cheating, you can't get over connection problems, you can't get over toxicity and people learning to get super good at the game and like making it a misery for everyone else. So the answer to all of that stuff is just bots. Like you have bots, and the more realistic they are, the more lifelike they are, the more fun it's going to be to play against them and play with them. And you know what it's like when you play a team game. You know, I've done it loads on stream. You play a team game, and 90% of the time, your randoms will either be terrible, they won't be listening to you, they'll be wanting to do their own things, they'll be a bit of a nightmare. Being able to have something like this, where you can just hop on at any time, and it's like, okay, you can match up with a real person if you want, or you can have one of these allies with you, one of these AI players, and they'll play alongside you. That's awesome. And then obviously a lot of the enemies will be these kind of characters as well. And it's like, they're not going to be toxic. They're not going to run and do their own thing. They're not going to spoil the game for you. They're not going to be cheating. I think that's going to be great. I think that's really cool. And I love the fact that people are, you know, actually, we're seeing it running in games. That's very, very cool. Now, obviously, there's going to be loads of interesting things. You know, oh, if you have one of these allies, are they better than a normal player? Like, you know, is it going to be a cheat having an ally doing it with you? And I was thinking, this is a crazy idea. Imagine, I'm probably going to do a video about this tomorrow, probably. Imagine, if you will, if you loaded up Warzone and the first thing you were faced with was a difficulty slider. Every day you load up Warzone, you get a difficulty slider pop up, and it's like, okay, 1 to 10, how difficult do you want your games to be today? And if you pick 10, the hardest difficulty, it will, you know, you'll get some extra rewards, like if you'd done a nuke on something, you know, you get extra calling card or something like that if you can win a game at 10. And then it works it out that say if you put it at 5, you say you want a difficulty 5 game, it will put you up against other people who are about the same level as you, about the same skill as you, and then maybe add in bots where necessary. If it can't find enough players who are at the same level as you, it will add in bots. Okay? Then if you say you want a 1 difficult, and the bots will be about the same difficulty as you. It'll like look at things like, you know, your average accuracy, your average like how your reaction speed, stuff like that. And it'll have bots in the game who are kind of similar to how you play. Then if you put it in a 1 slider, it will be like, okay, you're not going to be playing against any other players then. You don't want to make it for a misery. Maybe you'll be with a couple of other players who have also picked 1, but you're mostly going to be in a game with bots, and the bots are going to be hampered. Like, the bots are going to be a bit slower, the bots are going to miss a lot, they're not going to be great. And you'll be able to, like, absolutely clean up. And it doesn't matter, because you're not hurting any other players by doing that. You're not, like, making life a misery for any players. You'll mostly find bots. You put it all the way up to 10, you're going to be up against other real players who are maybe even better than you. You know, you're going to be, like, the best of the best. Other people who have picked 10, people who it's like, yeah, it's really hard. And all of this would scale based on kind of who you are. So your 5 would be different to someone else's 5, because that would be the games that kind of you get now, but just using bots to make those games always possible. And then you could just be like, oh, okay, I'm just like hopping on for a bit of Warzone. I'm not really concentrating. I'm going to put the difficulty down to 3 today, just so I can mess around. Or we're just researching Easter eggs. I'm going to put it on a 1 so I can look around. And then other days you'll be like, you know, or if you're a content creator, you're a streamer, you're like, okay, I really want to like challenge myself, want to go for that calling card. I'm going to put difficulty up to 10 and have like the hardest possible game. I think that would be awesome. I think that would be really cool. And you know what would happen? I think like that would be good. It would be good for new players because they would be, you know, protected. They would just have like, they'd be able to learn how the game works, learn the map, learn the guns and stuff like that while being able to fight against bots and still win. It'd be good for like normal players like me who, you know, play every now and then, you know, play quite, well, it's probably quite a bit. And you're playing and it's like, sometimes it just feels like you're getting matched up against people way better than you. And it's like, okay, well, like now it's adding bots in, so it would stop that. And if I'm having a bit of a bad day, I can turn the difficulty down a bit, or if I'm, feeling a bit more confident, I can turn it up a bit. I could tweak it, and it would be good for the most hardcore players because they could show off. They could be like, oh yeah, I always play at 10 difficulty. Look how many wins I've got at 10 difficulty. It kind of adds some bragging rights of you being like, yeah, look at this, like look what I've been able to do. Oh, and by the way, ranked would also exist separately. Like ranked would exist separately where it's only humans and blah blah blah. Yeah, so you'd have all of that, and it'd be good for everyone. And then you know what would happen? Bloody Charlie Intel or someone would hear, oh my god, Call of Duty are putting bots because they don't have enough players. This is a disaster. This is the end of Warzone. And that online community would turn against it and turn it into a big problem and ruin it. Even though it would literally be good for everyone. I was trying to think through this morning and trying to think what would be the downside. And the only downside I could possibly think of is that it would require more servers on Activision's part. Because, at the moment, they can put 120 players on a server. They would only be able to put like 10 players on a server. And, the server would have to be running all of these bots. So I figured like it would actually be more expensive in terms of resources for Activision to do that. That's the only downside I can think of. And who cares about that? Like, all these people who pretend to care about this stuff wouldn't like that. But I genuinely think that's what it would be good for all players, like everybody, everywhere. You could choose if you want to play against players or if you want to like have more bots. You could choose your difficulty level. It would be good for everyone. But I'm absolutely 100% sure if they did that, a bunch of the online commentary people would, the sorts of people that get more clicks if they, build up some rage, if they, do some hate baiting. Those people would like rally against it, I'm sure. And I can't think of a single good argument why they would want to do that. But yeah. Would AI have a skill gap just like players do? Yeah, like why not? We've had different difficulty levels in AI things for years. That was weird. Don't know what happened there. But yeah, I don't know when I don't know when I stopped what I was saying. But yeah, I'm saying like Undead Minion. That's not a problem at all. People would make bot lobbies for high kills, and no one would watch them. Why would you watch that? That'd be boring as hell. People do that now. They get in bot lobbies for high kills, and actually people do watch them, which is sad. But at least this way, it wouldn't be affecting any people. You would go and watch the people who are like, yeah, I'm going in a 10 difficulty lobby and I'm going for high kills. That would be the impressive thing. If it's going to be additional cost for more servers, unlikely they will do that, in your opinion. I don't know. I don't know what the cost would be. I've got no idea. I don't know how much more expensive it would be. Surely, if you've got something where it's like, oh, it would cost more per game session, but you've got a lot of people who are having way more fun with the game, and that chart of, what was it, the Warzone Steam charts, and like, this was turned around, that'd be worth it, surely. I'm pretty sure that would be worth it. So, in my opinion, it would be great. The audio is back, isn't it? Because there's still people complaining about it as if it's gone. It should be back. It looks like it's back from my end. I don't know what happened. One of the drivers just reset. Yeah, good. But yeah, so I genuinely think the only thing really standing in the way of Warzone using bots and basically saving the entire game and making it so much better for everybody, like a better experience for literally everybody, because like it means like it would cut down cheating so much, because you could play against bots if you wanted, so you wouldn't have to deal with cheaters because the bots wouldn't be cheating, and B, I think you'd get way less cheaters because people cheat to make the game easier for themselves. And if you could just make the game easier for yourself without having to pay for cheats and without having to have like dodgy stuff running on your computer, I think there'd still be some people who cheat, because some people cheat to troll players and to annoy people. But like, I think there would be a lot less cheating. And then if there's a lot less cheating, then that means the cheat manufacturers and cheat developers get less money and get less resources. So it's a cut down on cheating. It would be great for people in regions where you have bad connections. 100%. Like you know, if you're playing in Australia and there's not many people online, doesn't matter. Fill up the lobby with bots. Who cares? As long as the one big thing that's different about this from what we've had before is bots at the moment aren't that convincing. You know, there's lots of games like the bots in Warzone, what's it called? Boot Camp, aren't convincing. You can tell they're bots. They're stupid. They don't play like real people. That's not great. This is talking about bots that would, you know, talk and move around like the ones in this video, where you can communicate with them, you can strategize with them. They look better than playing with real people. I genuinely think, like, I just genuinely think it's good for it. I really think the only thing that would stand in the way of this is those sort of media outlets, whatever you want to call them, like Charlie Intel, who would complain about there being bots. The sorts of people that have been complaining about Call of Duty for years would complain about this, despite it being good for everyone, just because it like makes you look a bit more hardcore. It's like, I don't want to play against bots, I want to test my skills against real people. Those sort of people would ruin this. Which is what happened with Delta Force. Someone was asking earlier, Ash was in here asking why I don't play Delta Force now, why I haven't played it since it came out. And it's because part of it is because of this, because they came out and were like, oh yeah, we're not going to have bots in the game at all. It's like, that's one of the things I liked about Delta Force in Extraction Mode, is that there were bots. And sometimes you couldn't quite tell that someone was a bot. Me and Stod were playing like a full game of the Extraction Mode, and I think we got about 20 minutes into the game before we realised that our teammate was an actual AI. We didn't know. We thought he was a player. And it's like, if you can have bots that are at least that good, if not better, then you're golden. And you'll get people saying like, oh, well, I'd always be able to tell if they're bots. And it's like, you don't know that because you don't know how good they could be. Yeah, Benny does. Yeah, Warzone Mobile used loads of bots. Call of Duty Mobile used almost entirely bots, it felt like. Fortnite uses bots. PUBG uses bots. Loads of games. Naraka, Bladepoint uses bots. And also, you know, it's worth pointing out, if I just go Steam charts, so to like the big battle royale games that use bots heavily are PUBG, Fortnite, and Naraka Bladepoint. Now, obviously, we don't have stats for Fortnite, but hey, look, PUBG, the third most played game in the world. Naraka Bladepoint, the sixth most played game in the world on Steam. They seem to be doing all right for themselves, don't they? And like, you know, you look at PUBG like over the last year. Oh look, the player count's actually been increasing. Isn't that crazy? And then Naraka Bladepoint. Okay, it's actually dropped off a massive cliff, Naraka. What happened to Naraka? Why did it go so badly? Have they changed something about the game? But Naraka was doing very well for a long while, like 385,000. It's still doing better than Steam. But what happened to Naraka at the beginning of this year? Bloody hell. But yeah. Crazy. I mean, compared to... Where's Call of Duty? Call of Duty's 20th right now on the Steam charts. Fortnite bots are so bad. It depends. I found the Fortnite bots, from what I've seen, and I haven't played loads of Fortnite, if you're really bad at the game, or you're brand new, like when I haven't played for like a year and then I hop in, you get the Fortnite bots that are really terrible. You know, the ones who will just stand out in the open, shooting each other and missing constantly, and they're really terrible. Once you've played a few games, you start getting bots that I think are still bots. They seem like they're bots. but they're a lot more convincing. I think the Fortnite bots, they have different difficulties. That if you're doing badly, it will give you really, really embarrassingly bad bots, and then you go back. Same as like that seemed to be what Delta Force was doing. That you get some bots that would just run across the map in a straight line at you and couldn't hit you, and then you get some bots that actually played like real people, and it was like kind of, it felt like there were different levels of bots. Yeah, Taxman. Undead Minion, I just don't think that's true. I mean, for one thing, obviously you've not seen all of the Fortnite bots, or maybe if you've been playing terribly, that's why you're seeing the bad Fortnite bots. They get more convincing, yeah. Like I was saying with Warzone, you need the bots to kind of adapt to the level of the players in the game. And I think that's what Fortnite already does, and PUBG and Naraka. Like, they do it, you know, where obviously as you go up, you get less bots, but also the bots that you do get are a bit better. I don't feel like the Call of Duty bots get that much better in Warzone. The bootcamp bots always seem to be the same kind of level. I do think with Warzone, I find it weird that if you have the bots on in multiplayer and you put the bots onto veteran mode, like the hardest difficulty in multiplayer, they're pretty good and they play in a pretty lifelike way. Like, you can play multiplayer Call of Duty just against bots, and if they're like the highest level bots, they're actually pretty good, and pretty convincing. They don't do some of the stuff that humans do, so they don't do some of like the movement and stuff like that is probably the biggest difference. But they're not like really stupid either, and it's like there must be some reason why they can't use them in Warzone. I guess Warzone is just much more complicated and stuff. But there must be a reason why the bots in Warzone are so dumb. But I don't know. Right, but yeah, so this bot thing I think is interesting. Mir 5, well, I don't even know what Mir 5 is. But yeah, so you can also have, like, they're talking about, it's not just for like PvP stuff. You can also have boss fights where the boss, rather than like going through a set number of attacks, you know, like in a normal like MMO type thing, instead you can have the boss with some sort of AI, so it like does stuff that's a bit more intelligent. So, you know, maybe if it didn't attack 3 times and you blocked it every time, okay, it won't bother doing that attack anymore because it knows you'll just block it, so it'll move differently, which I think is cool. I think AI, this is like, when you talk about AI obviously has such a bad name in gaming because of generative like art and music and stuff and voices. But I really think the idea of AI being used in for you know, the intelligence of the enemies is really interesting. Really interesting. So yeah, I think this is cool. I think this is like the other big Nvidia thing that they announced that I think is very cool. Right, we've got all of that, and then we have one other news story that I don't know. I'll see if I can find it on Reddit. Because I can't remember where the website it's from. Who was it? Game file. But I can't actually find. Oh, there we go. I'll find it on. Oh, I don't want to look at it on Resetera. Anyway, I know Charlie Intel tweeted about it, but I think there was. It was originally from someone called Gamefile. Apparently. Anyway, the big thing was basically that apparently there was some investors call or something happened a while ago, and in it, Activision actually said how much some Call of Duty games cost to develop, and they also said how many copies they sold. And this is, I think, really interesting. Partly interesting. I saw Charlie Intel tweeted this after it had gone around the internet a bit, and I was like, I thought it was funny that just we were talking about yesterday about Charlie Intel not doing any journalism, and it's like this had actually been reported quite a while ago, and they just hadn't noticed it because they're not journalists. They had to wait for someone else to actually find it out, and then they would report it. But because they don't have any journalists. Anyway, me being bitter aside. So yeah, Call of Duty, supposedly, Black Ops 3. And Black Ops 3 came out a while ago, didn't it? What year did Black Ops 3 come out? Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 came out in 2015. Okay, that's a good point of contrast. Black Ops 3 cost $450 million. Modern Warfare 2019 cost $640 million. And Black Ops Cold War cost $700 million. And I thought that's kind of interesting. They also talk about how many copies each thing sold. I think that's maybe a bit less interesting. That I think like they've been trying to make a point that Black Ops 3 sold 43 million copies. Modern Warfare 2019 sold 41 million copies, which is within kind of the margin of error. So it's basically the same. And then Black Ops Cold War only sold 30 million copies. Oh my god, it must have been much worse. Obviously not. It's because of Warzone. It's because that's what happened to a lot of my friends. Was after Modern Warfare 2019, Warzone came out. My friends found that they were just playing Warzone. They weren't playing multiplayer. They never really played zombies. They didn't care about the campaigns, whatever. So they just played Warzone. So they didn't bother buying Black Ops Cold War. But anyway, but yeah, so anyway, that's I think the interesting thing here isn't how many copies they're selling. Yes, they're selling less copies, but I assume they're making that money back on Warzone. But the interesting thing is how much the games cost to make. Obviously, development costs increase over time and stuff. $700 million, though, seems like an insane amount of money for a video game. And that's apparently over the lifetime of the game, so that's including all the DLC. But Black Ops 3 in 2015 cost $450 million. For comparison, that's nearly $200 million more than Grand Theft Auto 5, which came out 2 years earlier, admittedly. Like, a Call of Duty game costing not twice as much, but not too far, $200 million more than Grand Theft Auto 5. That is staggering to me. Considering, a Call of Duty game takes, 3 years to make. Black Ops 3, I don't know if that was even 3 years. That might have been still when they used to do 2-year cycles. But the idea that Activision are spending that amount of money on these games over a shorter period, because obviously one of the biggest costs in game development is time. If you take an extra year to make a game, you're now paying an extra year of salary for all the people working on that game. And, some people who work on games make quite a lot of money, and some games have a lot of people working on them. So as soon as you add an extra year of development, you're adding a huge amount of extra cost. So for Black Ops 3 in 2 or 3 years to cost $450 million seems insane to me. And Black Ops Cold War, the game that supposedly was rushed and the game that supposedly, was made very, very quickly and came out a year earlier than it was meant to, $700 million. Like, that's utterly insane. Like, that just blows my mind. When, again, Grand Theft Auto 5, $265 million. Just, absolutely insane. Now, we're not going to know stuff like the budget of Grand Theft Auto 6 or anything like that, so we don't know how much that's costing to make. I think it worked out that Modern Warfare 19 could cover the cost if each player spent at least $15, which appear most things. Yeah, I saw somebody working out on Reddit that they think that even just going off game sales, it looks like they made double their money. Like, they doubled that amount of money just off sales. So it was a good investment. Don't get me wrong. And that's without everything else. But I don't know if that's including the development of Warzone. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's just staggering how much is being spent. It reframes it a bit in my mind about the quality of it. Having played Grand Theft Auto 5 for the last few days, and then seeing that Grand Theft Auto 5 was considerably cheaper than, say, Black Ops 3. And way cheaper, even accounting for inflation. $700 million is a lot more than $250 million. Like, Black Ops Cold War was insanely expensive. Like, I don't really understand where that money's going on Call of Duty. Is it just the sheer number of people? Because I think it was Black Ops Cold War in particular. There was one of those games where supposedly there were 14 studios worked on it. Like, is that where all the money goes? Like, it makes it a lot less reasonable, the state that the games are in. when they appear to be some of the most expensive games in the world. I would love to see, like, how much is the budget for this year's FIFA game, what's called FC25 or whatever. Or how much is the budget for NBA 2K, or how much is the budget for Fortnite. Does that bother you, Undead? That loading screen? Does that make you enjoy the game less? Because there is a loading screen of Santa with 6 fingers. I find it's a weird thing that people are fixated on. I find it very odd that people seem to have fixated on... A certain group of people are fixated on the idea of like, oh, there's loading... It's AI generated. Ruined it. To me, that's like the least important part of the game. They could AI generate all of the stickers and decals and loading screens they wanted. And it wouldn't affect the game one bit to me. You can just select another one, Undead. You just go into the customize menu and select another one. I hope you're going to say something nice, Timatron. Otherwise I'm going to ban you. I don't know who that is. Michael Van Gerwen. That's literally just a bald white man who doesn't look anything like me, other than the fact he's bald and white. He doesn't look the slightest bit like me. If you shaved any white man... No, maybe he does look a bit like me. His nose is very different to mine. And his head shape is quite different to mine. But his eyes and his mouth are a little bit similar. No, I'm not going to ban you, but I'm not happy. The issue with the AI is that the 6 fingers were missed in what's essentially a close-up of a hand. It's also meant to be a zombie. Can zombies not have extra fingers? You want your loading screens on random because you want to see the one you've unlocked getting all the way to Master Prestige. So why don't you put the one on that you've unlocked to get into Master Prestige? Why don't you just put that one on if you want to see that one? You said you get it, you see it all the that's the only one you get. You don't see... You said, it annoys me because it's that only one that I get. I don't see any other ones. But you've got it on random, so surely you see the other ones. Weird. Aren't zombies undead humans? I mean, Santa's not human, is he? Then just pick a different one. If you want it on random so you get the other ones, but it's not working, then just pick one of the ones you want. Seems obvious. Doesn't it scream bad quality check or verification before it gets sent out? Like, yeah, like, I get that. I get the idea that, like, okay, their bar for quality is low. Because they've sent out an image with 6 fingers. But I feel like that's maybe the least important example of that. And the least important aspect. Like, if the rest of the game was great, but the loading screens had AI errors in them, I wouldn't care. Like, I literally, it would not affect my enjoyment of the game one iota. It wouldn't affect what I thought of the game in any way. If you were like, hey, their quality assurance is pretty bad because there's this new skin that makes people invisible, or their quality assurance is bad because when you try and change this thing in Gunsmith, it resets you back to the main menu, or their quality assurance is bad because this leaderboard doesn't work, or something like that. That makes sense. That's like, yeah, that's a problem. That's affecting the game. But their quality assurance being bad at loading screens is probably that no one cares about loading screens. So few people care about loading screens. That, like, I imagine that's probably echoed on a development team, that so few people are involved in loading screens. You know, like, I imagine the route from a loading screen being created to it being in the game is maybe 3 or 4 people. I doubt there's many more. I don't think there's anyone whose job it is to check everything that goes into the game, because, you know, like, there's probably too much. Or if there is, you know, then they're probably overwhelmed because there's too much, and they're probably a bit more focused on stuff that matters a bit more. I think, like, the stickers, the emblems. Can you remember, like, when in DMZ, when, what's it called? Was it Bunker 21? Building 21? Building 21? Building 11? Whatever that building was. The second map that came out in DMZ. When that came out, there was the weapon case challenges for it. And one of the rewards for the weapon case, one of the, you know, you only got one reward for doing each weapons case, and one of them was you got a heavy chopper skin. Ignoring the fact that in Building 21, there's no vehicles. And in DMZ, at that point at least, you couldn't use the heavy chopper. Like, they've never shown any care in the cosmetics. The cosmetics don't matter. Like, I always find it insane when people are like, people who are dismissing Call of Duty or who are railing against Call of Duty use the cosmetics and the bundles as kind of, hey, this is bad because look at what they've done with this bundle. When it's like, I don't think the people who are working on that stuff have anything to do with pretty much the rest of the company. I think it's like such a separate thing to everything else. Like, I don't think that they're trying to sneakily put OP guns in the game and force people to buy them. I don't think that they're sneakily trying to do some other weird manipulation thing. I think they're literally, they have a schedule of how many bundles that they need to release, and they make as much content as they can and shove them into bundles and release them. And then there's a lot of stuff that gets left on the cutting room floor, and they just shove it in wherever they can to fill out the events. You know, they do an event and like, hey, let's have like 20 loading screens in this one. And then they're like, they look in the folder of what loading screens they've got, and they're like, okay, that one, that'll do. Send it off, and that's it. I imagine that's what the process is. I really don't think there's a huge amount of thought or effort goes into them. Because they've probably, you know, they've probably done the surveys and stuff and realised that nobody cares about them. And I would argue, which I think is kind of the point that Paul is making, I would argue that a zombie Santa having 6 fingers isn't even really that much of a problem. If it was like the loading screen had half of it missing, or the loading screen had a big kind of graphical artifact that made it really hideous, then I think that would be a bigger problem for like any kind of quality assurance. But imagine if you're someone whose job is to, you know, check all the loading screens, and then it's like, oh, there's a monster and it's got 6 fingers. Who cares? It doesn't even ruin that image. It's not like it's objectively wrong. It's just that it's weird. And like, people obviously know that it's like a sign that it was AI generated. That's the thing that people picked up on. I don't think anyone, does anyone really care? Is anyone like, oh my god, this has ruined Christmas for me because zombie Santa's got 6 fingers instead of 5? I imagine those same people are watching The Simpsons and are heartbroken when people have 4 fingers in that. They've just removed the new skin for Mayor when they fix it, turning players invisible in Warzone. They're pretty quick to act when it's an actual issue like that. Yeah, exactly. Like, when it's a real problem, they do check. It's a, get annoyed with Activision as much as the next person, but I just think we should focus on stuff that actually matters. And I think the loading screen thing just isn't that important. It's just not that much of a big deal. Your kid saw it and cried. Probably because it was a zombie Santa. That's probably more of an issue. Why would they release blueprints earlier for guns that are locked behind events if they aren't just farming people's money? Because that's how the pipeline works. The people that are putting stuff in bundles aren't the same people planning for when events are going to start or stop, or when patches go out. We've seen that same thing in Warzone over and over again. Remember when we did Pawn Takes Pawn and the stadium had all of those weird glyphs added to it, like months before Pawn Takes Pawn, and Brugg Brugg made a big plan of where all of them were and all of the reticles and stadium and everything, and we were like, what could these mean? What are they? We've got all these things. And then it turned out it was for some event that happened much, much later. And we were like, oh, we've already mapped this all out. That's okay. We can solve this really, really quickly. I actually spoke to one of the developers about that, and he was saying like, oh yeah, it's literally just because there's a certain time when, they can only do so many updates because all of the updates have to get cleared on console by Xbox and PlayStation. So they can only do so many updates, and they can only do certain things in certain updates. So, they were making a map change. They had to do it in that update, even though it wasn't actually going to be used for an event that was happening for another couple of months. So it was like, okay, well, it's better to put it in there, though. That's the next time that we can put it in. So they put it in. Even though it kind of ruined an event later. It's like they don't really have that much control over the update cadence. So when they add weapons to the game, if they add a weapon to the game, that weapon is added to the game. People will find ways, whether it's through data mining, whether it's through whatever, to use it. And then so it's like, it probably just gets added to the game. And then on some back-end server bit, it's like registering, hey, these guns are available, this bundle could be released now, and someone's like, okay, we'll release that bundle now. I'd say, like, for the last few guns, we haven't had any guns that have been overpowered for the last few updates that have come as new guns. That new sniper rifle wasn't that great, the Siren wasn't that great, the, what were the other guns? I feel like there was some other gun that was a bit rubbish. But yeah, we've had loads of times where they've released bundles for guns that haven't come out yet in events. There's a cleaver right now. I don't think anyone's going around Undead Minion and saying like, well, they're clearly just trying to get loads of money because the cleaver's OP. They've made the cleaver OP to make money. If they were doing what you were saying, they would make those weapons OP. All of them have been broken in zombies. What, so the cleaver is now the meta weapon, everybody's using it in zombies. If you can't use it, can't do it. Ignoring the fact that zombies is a PvE mode, so you not using it doesn't affect you at all, Undead Minion. It's not like Warzone where, it's a PvP thing and it actually would matter having an advantage over other people. That new sniper rifle wasn't OP in zombies at all. That sniper rifle was terrible in zombies. I did a whole thing about it. Oh yeah, that shotgun was terrible in zombies as well. So that's definitely not true, Undead Minion. You are lying. When you say all of them have been broken in zombies, shotgun definitely wasn't, sniper rifle definitely wasn't. As far as I know, the cleaver isn't. I haven't actually seen anyone using it, but I haven't heard anyone saying, oh my god, use the cleaver, like they did when the drill came out. It's so weird, like, at the time you hate the OP guns and wish they get fixed, but looking back they were so fun while they lasted. I've always maintained that there are certain metas that are more fun than others. I think close range metas are the best metas for Warzone. For Warzone, I think... Hey Adam, how's it going? I think the close... Like, when you have, like, the snake shot revolvers, yeah, it's, like, crazy that you can delete someone up close, but you have to get up close, and that changes the game loads. It stops people from just camping and sitting on rooftops and stuff like that. It makes people move around really, really quickly. Because the nature of Warzone pushing people out of location, it means that you're like constantly moving. Having more information becomes more valuable. It makes smokes more useful because you can get around without being seen. It's just like, I think it's really cool. As opposed to like the DMR meta or the sniper meta, where, or, the long range assault rifle metas that we've had 90% of the time, where you can just delete people from a million miles away, and there's not really a way to outplay it. It doesn't really change the way you play very much. You just play in the most boring way possible. Snake shot revolvers, sick. They're really good. You think the drill's better than the cleaver? Well, there we go, undead minion. So you can't say when you say things like all of them have been broken in zombies. You just move on. You just like say this is the problem with the internet. People spreading misinformation like that and then not even saying like, oh yeah, my bad, that was wrong actually. Just instead going on and being like, okay, I'm going to talk about something else now. That winds me up. Don't just spread stuff that's wrong. Snipers should one-shot with headshots. 100% no. I have never thought snipers should headshot with one-shot with headshots, because the problem with snipers being one-shot is that you can die when it's no fault of your own. You can die just because, like, well, essentially in Warzone, you can die by going outside. Anytime you are outside in Warzone, if you're okay with one-shot headshots, you're okay with dying because you went outside. It just encourages people to hide inside. I think that's terrible. I do want to play the finals. I might install the finals today. I haven't played it since it came out. I need a group of 3 people to play with, though. Well, I need 2 other people to play with, because you have to. Don't you have to play in like trios and finals? I played it once with me and Cobb, I think, with just 2 of us, and it was rubbish. Because we couldn't communicate with a third person. We got absolutely destroyed. When I played it with 3 people, it was quite fun. Maybe I'll reinstall the finals. But yeah, yeah, I don't think snipers should one-shot at all. You and Flipper? Yeah, well, if you 2 will be about sometime. I never know. You 2 are at work, aren't you, when I play? I just don't think they should be able to one-shot Finley. I don't think they should. It's no fun coming back into the game and getting shot out of the air by a sniper rifle. Or being shot as soon as you land by a sniper rifle. Or, the gas has started moving, you step out of a building and get shot. You go near a window, you get shot. It sucks. I really loved it, and I'm going to keep on going on about this until I die. Can you remember when Warzone 2 launched, with Modern Warfare 2? And they made it so none of the snipers are one-shot anymore. I remember I had a game with, I think it was Will from Work and Jack Frags and Pat Welsh. And I was sniping in that. And I was having so much fun because I was sniping, but I was actually having to like hit a guy multiple times. So keep up with him while he was running. And it made it exciting. And when you did manage to get a kill with a sniper rifle, it felt like, oh yeah, that was good. That was good. Like, I managed to pin him down and get him. But you didn't get people just like getting like trapped in places because of sniper rifles. There was always ways to kind of get around it. Right. I'm going to go to the loop before I start Grand Theft Auto now, because we've been going for like an hour and a quarter before I started playing. But now we are going to start playing. I'll just go to loot and then back in a second. Oh, I need to tell you something. I need to tell you something. This is going to change all of you homeowners out there. It's going to change your life. Unless you already know this, which I'm sure a lot of you do, because you seem like practical people. So, do any of you have doors that bang if there's a draft? Like, say if you've got a window open in the bathroom or something. This sounds like I'm starting like a pyramid scheme thing. How many of you have a door in your house that bangs when it's draft? You know when it's like, it's shut, but it's like... You can fix it. I fixed mine like yesterday. Take a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and in like the door frame, the bit that the door bolt goes into, there'll be a little like, it looks like a metal tag, like a sort of U shape of metal. Put your screwdriver in that and prise it so it like sticks it out a little bit into the hole where the bit goes. Door won't bang anymore. I saw it on an Instagram reel a while ago and I was like, surely not. Surely it's not that easy. And then I did it to my bathroom door yesterday. And it is that easy. And it completely fixes it. You took yours out? Bloody hell. Now you just bend a little tag, bend a little metal tag, and then the thing fits snugly. It holds it in place. You don't need to bend it out too far. You just need to bend it out like a little bit, then shut the door, see if it bangs. If it does, open it up, bend it out a little bit more, just until it bangs. Otherwise it'll be too stiff probably. But yeah. No, not the hinges. Not the hinges. Not the hinges, Mark. It's the bit where the door goes into. You know the door has like the little curved bit of metal that fits into the hole? It's in the hole. In the hole there's a little tag. Or if you live in a new build, make all the screws there. Yeah, yeah. Did it to all yours a few years ago. Game changing. It's insane. Not in your hinges. Stop taking your hinges apart. Will you all stop taking your hinges apart? We're not taking your hinges apart. It's the other side of the door, the bit that opens. Leave your hinges alone. The latch, yeah, latch, that's the word for it. Hinges, just put oil on them, put some WD-40 on them. Stop them squeaking. Why, where... What am I doing in here? Okay, so now, Squiz, you know the little latch. Now you can bend the little thing out and then put the door back on the hinge. What's going on in this building? The hole. Yeah.
Oh, nice place you got here.
Oh, yeah, it's easy to mock, isn't it, huh? Cheap and fucking easy. But, this here is my place. And my work paid for my place.
All right, relax. I was just being sarcastic.
Yeah, well, don't be, all right? Because the world doesn't need any more sarcasm. It's the blight of the age.
But yeah, our bathroom door, when we leave the window open to make sure it doesn't get mouldy in there.
You're like every other
And like, so we always have the window open in the bathroom after we've had showers. And the door used to be like, just bang all the time when it's windy like it is now.
You weren't, man.
And
You
now
were
it just
something.
doesn't bang at
But
all.
now, man,
And it's
you
bliss.
this place
Utter
for a
bliss.
shell.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm so
Are you
happy
some
in
kind of
life
pure
now.
morally justifiable asshole?
Don't forget to like the stream. Only a third of you have so
Totally
far.
psychotic, somehow it's okay?
Oh yeah, my refund on Google Play's been
Oh, yeah, you're a
approved.
fucking hero. So
Nice.
far above it all.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm not above ripping open
I bought
your fucking
Balatro on the
chest.
phone
Just see
and then
what's
realised I
in place
don't
your
need
heart.
Balatro on my
Rip it
phone.
See what's there, baby, because I'm ready.
Hello? Oh, ladies, what's up?
Fuck off!
Listen, I'm sorry, but we've got a problem. Government funding thing. We need you to investigate a research lab upstate.
It's about terrorism, the big one, nerve gas, biological terror.
Thank God I don't pay tax.
Listen, you'll need some fairly standard gear. Boat, tandem rotor heavy lift helicopter, truck, weapons. We'll have to source all of that.
It's just like, it's
Cowboy
literally like a
Roll,
little
send you back a couple of
U-shaped bit of
mil.
metal, and you
no
just
worries
put a
there,
screwdriver in,
February, he just
pry
gave
it
me
out,
a
just a
lot of
little
money.
bit, you know, like
Is that
5 degrees,
sarcasm?
10
Oh,
degrees.
you're fucking A right at sarcasm.
Sorts it.
You fuck. A few weeks ago, I was
Yeah.
happily retired. Sulking
My
out
door
in
had
the
2 of
swimming
them for some
pool.
reason. But
My
anyway,
psychotic best friend shows up out of nowhere,
completely sorted the
torturing me over
problem.
mistakes I made.
Utter
Honest
bliss.
mistakes I made over a decade ago. Our little posse.
Also, if your hinge
flat
squeaks, WD-40 will
fucking
only work a little while
let's
as a
go
water
out and spend
displacer.
$2 million on a tan
Well, I
rubber
put some
fucking
in the
chopper
door,
so I can
like,
go steal
bedroom
nerve
door,
gas from
like,
fucking
maybe 2
terrorists.
years ago, and it's been
Give
fine
me,
since then.
you
So,
remember-
if 2 years is a little while, I'm good with it.
Sarcasm is all I fucking got. Sarcasm and a room full of you cunts.
Yes! Woo! Welcome back, man. It is the old you.
Yeah, well, we gotta go. It's been great, but Dave here's got a Pilates class. Now remember, ladies, you keep us way out of this thing. Bye-bye.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right, I'll give Lester a fucking call.
Maybe
He said he
Tatman
knew
just
about
has super
something.
squeaky
And you
hinges.
tell him that we're driving towards Polito Bay.
I always used to have a problem of,
Driving us up to the bank.
I used to have the problem of my hinge would... So the bedroom hinge would squeak, so if like I stayed up playing video games and then my wife was already in bed, when I came in, I'd always like try to, you know, sneakily open a door up to try and not wake her up. And then it'd be like... Meep. So that was the thing I had to fix quite quickly. Use motor oil or grease. Frogger's house is filthy. Just covered in black oil and grease.
What now?
We got a funding problem, so we need a job. Before the jewel store, you talked about a score, a bank in the sticks. I need you to meet us there. Polito Bay, right?
That's the one. I'll get on a bus.
All right, let's
Why is
just
he
meet
getting
us
on the
there.
bus? Why don't I just
Don't
go pick
start.
him up?
I won't. No way. Good call. If you're taking down a bank for a few million, first thing you do is call the hospital, tell them to get you a guy in a wheelchair.
Oh, this hayseed bank, you gonna be carrying that kind of change?
Local law enforcement extort money from all the weed farms, whorehouses, meth kitchens in the area. They keep their cash in safe deposit boxes. Then there's all the normal small-town payroll stuff. We should do
Cooking
that.
oil.
You know, I've been thinking about
You all have the weirdest
Your
smelling
lifestyle.
houses, I'm sure.
Oh, have you?
Just
Really?
grease and
Yes,
motor
I-
oil and cooking oil
I
everywhere.
always try to label you know? Maniac, psycho, friend.
Doors are always louder when you're trying to be quiet. Not mine anymore.
You defy categorization,
Well, since I
but
bought some
then,
WD-40.
what? Think about it. Where you live.
Sandy Shores, you precious ass. I'm sorry there ain't a place nearby for you to get your colonics.
Right. But why are you out here?
It's off the grid. We're away from it all. It's somewhere real and authentic. This is America! And real people ain't been priced out yet.
Yeah, well, what if it gets gentrified?
Then I'll fucking move.
Okay. What about the way you dress?
What about it? I don't give a shit what I wear.
No. If you don't give a shit, you wear clean clothes that fit. So yours are all a little out there, you know, a little wacky.
Whatever's in the shop is what I get. Jesus, what is this?
It's not an absence of taste, T. It's the opposite of taste.
You should be a stylist.
And then there's the tattoos, the hair, the weird music, the funny toys, the niche drugs, the everything.
What the fuck are we talking about?
You are a hipster. You're a hipster. I hate hipsters. Classic hipster denial.
I abhor hipsters. I eat them for fun.
Hipsters love saying they hate hipsters.
What I really fucking do.
Self-hatred. It's common hipster affliction.
Well, it'll be because I'm living out here away from the bean machines and the bankers.
You're gentrifying. Soon, the skinny jeans will show up, then the skinny lattes, and then the bankers. and you'll be somewhere else, starting the cycle all over again.
The bus stops up here.
All right. How long does it take us to get out here from LS?
Exactly, Texas. Tex said, the new GPUs may be out of reach of many, but that door latch tip is for everyone. Exactly.
Come on, man, knock it off.
What?
I'm gonna break your fucking fingers. You don't knock that shit off.
Well, please, all right? You'd alleviate the boredom.
Ah, finally. Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
Welcome to paradise. Come on, car's this way.
dry out here.
Don't worry, brother. Mark will take care of all your moisturizing needs. Oh. Shall we?
Might as well get started.
Okay, let's
Problem
take a
is, I
look
only
at
know
this
how to do
bank.
that one thing, Timatron.
I will go to the front of the bank, clock the entrance. If the paperwork's correct, the alarm will be
It's one of those things
You
where it's
should be
just
in and
like,
out
I
before
didn't
the
know.
local
Actually,
PD knows
no.
what's-
The other thing that I know that I surprised someone with the other day, and I didn't realize, was I wanted to clean my windows. And people were like, oh, you hire a window cleaner. And I was like, no, you just clean them from the inside. And they're like, but you can't reach. And it's like, but not with all windows, but a lot of windows have, modern windows have this thing where it's like, you open them up, and then on the rail, there's like a little thing that you push in, top and bottom. And then you can like just basically slide the back of the window into the middle. So then you can reach both sides of the window. It's amazing. It means you can clean your windows from the inside. It's great. Just as you move your window around.
happening.
All doors should slide into the wall. But then don't you have a weird cavity in your wall? I don't want weird cavities in my wall.
Eat it, asshole!
Opening your windows. I know ours do that. Like all the houses I've lived in for the last like 10, 20 years have done that.
That's the entrance to the bank. Nothing special. Take us around back.
Okay.
Yeah, so like modern windows, you have like a little thing. So it's just like a little metal bit on the slider. You just push it in at top and bottom, and then you can like pull the back of the window, the sort of edge of the window, into the middle. It's often quite stiff. It's often quite a pain. But then once it gets moving, normally then it's fine. Once it gets past the tag, then you can just slide it in and you can clean it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in a new build, but I suppose our house is like 15 years old, so newer, like not a Victorian house.
There's an empty lot behind, and no one should pay attention to us back there.
I like it. Yeah, the place is remote. It's got the right amount of foot traffic. This'll do.
Let's check out the alarm to be sure.
He's found a spider. Nice. We lifted up a rug in our living room that's like underneath a table.
It's not ideal.
The other day, and it was like a dead worm underneath it. So a worm had somehow crawled into our house, gone under the rug, and then someone had stepped on it from above, and it like
It's a dumb idea, but we
desiccated.
could trigger
Disgusting.
the alarm. See what kind of response they throw out.
That is a dumb idea.
Hey, you heard the man, all right? Shoot the sucker.
Fog is in Scandinavia as well, Mark. So,
Shoot the bomb! You want to be here when the cops show? Get in!
what other life little tips can I give you? I don't know any other little things like that. I do find that sort of stuff fascinating, though. I do find it really fascinating when you just find something that you use all the time, and then you suddenly find that there's like, you know, some
They've dispatched
aspect
4
to it
cars
that's
in 50
designed,
seconds
but
or more.
never, you know,
Standby.
you just never use
Even
it
30 Victor shots fired.
because you didn't know it
Headache.
works like that.
What do you got on the clock?
I find that very
40
interesting.
seconds.
This is Polito Security. Any updates on the Code 30 Adam? Backup ready to mobilize.
This is not normal. The response is out of proportion.
Cops in this county are dirty. And the alarm just went off on their piggy bank.
This is them. What is that, a 67-second response time?
Yeah, 4 cars. More in the wings.
Bad cops, guarding dirty money. Fuck how many. We can take this.
Wait right here. We'll see if anything about their routine suggests a weakness.
Polito Radio, this is Polito Car 3. We have a code 12, false alarm, possibly triggered intentionally.
Roger that. We're gonna set up checkpoints on the Great Ocean Highway and the Sonora Freeway. Car-to-car searches and record checks.
Checkpoints? Searches? Fuck this! I ain't getting caught because Lester needs a wheelchair.
Hey! Wheelchair or not, we're still faster than your ass!
I'm not gonna outrun a cop. We've gotta go.
We're going. And if we're in front of Trevor, he'll be the one running from the cops.
Hey, James, how's it going? How are you? Whoa. There's so many good missions in this game. I've been really impressed with it. Like, just how many missions are like, oh, this is cool, this is memorable, this is interesting. Especially now I found out that this game costs less to make than Call of Duty. Which is just blows my mind. How is COD so expensive? How? Garlic's good for you. Makes you stink though. Woohoo! That was a pretty good save. Just don't eat snow. You don't need to eat snow, Mark. Oh yeah, I've seen that one before, Squiz. That's pretty good. Also, if you want garlic bread, another thing you can do, this is a pro tip. If you go to the shop, you can get garlic bread. And you just cook that, and then you eat it. That's really nice. It's great. Pro tips of Geeky Pastimes. If you go to the shop, you can exchange money for goods. So there's that Key and Peele sketch that I really like, where they talk about robbing a bank, and they're like, okay, so the first thing we need to do, we need to get on the inside. So we're going to get jobs at the bank. Like, doesn't matter what, you know, cashier, security guard, whatever, just so we're on the inside. And then what we do is we just turn up for work every day as normal, just build up their trust, do the job, and then we'll make out with the bank's money. They'll be like, oh, how do we get the money out? It's like, they just put it straight into our bank account. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, if we just keep turning up every day, they'll just keep on putting money into our bank account. It's like, dude, that's just a job. It's like, exactly. Genius. I am enjoying this playthrough, Edge Crusher. Last save was in 2015. It's worth going back. It's surprising how much of it, like, I'd kind of not exactly forgotten, but like,
Jesus, what took you so
there's so many
long?
more good
Had to let
bits
you
that I
win.
remember. I'd like remembered certain really amazing bits, and it's like, oh, the bits in between are actually a lot better than I thought.
Set up a board over here.
Michael, man, your blood sugars are low. I'm making you some leftovers.
I'm fine, T.
Huh? No, I'm the host, man. You know, I don't want you to get hungry and moody, all right? Then you're gonna be making the wrong decisions.
Man, I've been making wrong decisions my whole life. That's how I ended up here.
Here you go. Bon appetito.
Jesus Christ, Trevor, what is that?
What's wrong with you? That's just a what? An eyelid. That's probably not even human. Unless that gas station job.
Gentlemen, some plans for your attention?
Good. I'm gonna stay here a minute longer than I have to.
So I think our little experiment showed that the response will be too quick to beat and too strong to walk through. That means you gotta face the cops head on.
Dirty cops.
The dirty cops head on.
Head on. Man, I don't know.
Well, you'll be prepared. Convoys carrying military-grade hardware pass near here to get to Fort Zancudo. I propose hijacking one and using the equipment to get an edge on the locals. I can get you the exact details of the shipment as soon as we're done here. Anyway, you won't be outside the bank too long. Paleto Bay is, well, it's a bay, so you're a street away from the water where Franklin can be waiting in a boat to get you out of there. I know none of this is ideal, but it's the only way I can see of taking the score and providing for your FIB paymasters.
Fine. We need personnel?
Just a gunman. He'll be taking on the cops with you, so my advice, choose someone good.
Think about my buddy Chef, okay? Consummate professional.
I'm gonna get Daryl. I'm gonna get someone rubbish.
I'm not hearing great things, to be honest, but you just might be able to do this with him. You sure this is the guy?
Yes.
That should do.
I'll get the equipment together. Michael, you reach
Hopefully,
out to
Daryl will
Frank
get
and
shot
Trevor.
by the police and I can
You
take
do
his
what
money.
you do.
We watched. Has anyone
I'll
watched
call you
Ag
when
for
we're ready
All
to move
Along?
on
We
this.
watched the end of it last night, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was alright.
I'll get a motel.
Don't forget to like the stream, by the way. We still only got
Well,
about
I'll give you
less
that.
than half of you have liked the
Adios,
stream.
amigos.
Like the stream on YouTube. It helps. And if you haven't used your Twitch Prime yet this month, oh my god, I think I've missed it for like 2 months, mine. Don't forget to use it. I don't like seeing people being sick. Yeah, I thought Ag for All Along. I really liked the first episode. Then I thought it was like it got quite bad for a while, and then it got really good again. I quite enjoyed it at the end.
These redneck dudes been looking for you, homie. Some angry motherfuckers. I found where they stay, man, and I've been following them.
Okay, well, it's gotta be the O'Neill brothers. What's left of them. I'll pick up Michael and we'll come to you.
T, hey, man.
Oh, I should check the banking, shouldn't I? Doo-doo-doo. Oh, it started going up. Just. You started watching Earth Abides. What's that? Never heard of it. You like the more supernatural side of Marvel anyway? Yeah. It's like with DC, I really like the whole like Justice League Dark stuff, you know, like Constantine and Zavara and stuff. I think it's cool. Swamp Thing. Animal Man. I think that kind of stuff is cool.
Hey, Jimmy, it's your dad. Listen, if you get this, can you give me a ring? Tell your mom, too, will ya? And Tracy. Please, son.
Daddy's been a bad boy. Please, son. You want a sniff?
The fuck is wrong with you?
Now, see, the way I see it, this country was built by and for gasoline. So I'm just trying to prove my patriotic duty by, you know, doing this stuff. Oh, man. It's cheap, but it's good.
¿Gasolina? No.
Wow. Sorry, Mrs. M. Jesus. Mikey, you want a beer?
I forgot that we've kidnapped
shit,
her.
I'm sorry, I don't have any low carb.
Ah, fuck you. So where'd you two go when you went out, you and your boyfriend?
Why do you care?
I don't care. Just trying to
Morning, Affers. How's it going?
I was out putting some people in their place.
Ah, you know, there's more to this gig than just going crazy all the time, killing everyone in sight.
Just because I like the life and you feel guilty about it doesn't make you more of a man than me. And you know what? Deep down, I know you believe the bullshit. The picket fences, the fucking happy endings.
And your street philosopher bullshit, that's gotten you real far. Oh yeah, you've achieved perfect balance.
Balance. You've gone. Man, 10 years in the sun, Your brain is melted. You say words that have no meaning. What is balance, huh? Huh? Did I fucking kill only on the weekends? So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm doing yoga and meditation. Tuesdays and Thursdays, hookers and sticking up joints, huh? You call me mad? Fuck, compared to you, I'm the sanest motherfucker I know. Yeah, sane.
Okay.
I am so fucking sane that I should open a fucking mental health clinic.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, fuck, now you're gonna
She's
stop
having a
being
great
an
time,
asshole?
too, smiling,
I don't
smiling.
know, but I'll try.
Well, that...
If you find anything, let me know, Affers. I don't know how it works with new GPUs. I've never bought one at launch. Do they do like pre-orders somewhere?
Why? Unlike you,
I spoke
hears that his
to
homie's
the
having
people
trouble,
at
right? And he
Overclockers
has
in the
no
UK,
problem
and
finding
they
out.
said they
So
have
you're
no
ensuring
idea
that we
like
lie
how much
low.
stock they'll get yet, so they
Out
can't
here.
do anything.
By calling LS and inviting a known accomplice of ours
You know
to
what?
come
3
out here,
weeks.
what, for a little visit?
That is so fucking typical of you. So typical. You don't even ask about the trouble. You instantly think about yourself.
With the
You're
CPU, I bought 2, and
Don't do
then
that.
just whichever one got shipped first. I kept that
Apologize.
one and I cancelled the other one. With
not
GPUs,
good
I
enough.
can't afford to do that. I can't afford to pay like
I'm leaving. all right?
£2,000 twice.
You might die. Hope you're happy.
Right? Hey, I'm coming with you.
No.
Yes, I am.
No.
If nothing else, to get out of this fucking dump.
You're not going.
Have fun, boys.
Oh, I'm going. Make sure you don't
Don't
fuck
stay
it up.
out too late.
Spam the website on launch day and get lucky.
So what is
But
Fred
then
gonna
which
do for you
website?
anyway?
Like, do I go for the Nvidia website to try and get a Founders Edition? Do I go for, like, Scan or Overclockers?
If he's back in Sandy Shores, why didn't I hear about it? God damn it! Shit! They see us,
And,
man.
like,
We
will
gotta
Curry's
stay on.
get some in?
That's right, Chop. We gonna fuck them up as soon as Trevor get here. Hey,
Oh, you
man,
wouldn't
me and
recommend
Chop on these
MSI?
phones. We coming up to WH, north of Chumash.
My 3080's from Pallet and has
I
been
think they was
fine.
about to send one of them anti-tank rockets
I would
into
get
your
another
Vespa
one of theirs.
Chicano when one of your roomies told
Plus,
them that you was
the
gone.
stickers on their Gaming Pro ones say GP on them, like Geeky Pastimes, so I like that. They actually, when I told them about that, they sent me some little stickers that say GP on.
You there. Company chopper, yes, Michael, it's a tax write-off. Frank, you still there?
Yeah, I'm just about holding on to the road.
We're taking the chopper and we'll head you off. Deal with these business-stealing pricks on the road.
Hey, dog. What the? Hey, dog. No, Chop. We can't deal with them yet. There's too many of them.
I might,
Hey, man, me and Chop on these punks. We coming up to WH.
I might
north of
try and go
2
for a
miles.
Founders Edition
the
and
O'Neill
then
brothers are coming to us.
I think they was
just,
about to send one of them anti-tank rockets
like,
into your
then go
Vespa
to Curry's
Chicano
on launch
when
day.
one of
Like,
your
try
roomies
and get
told them
one.
that you was gone.
Whatever
So,
happens,
if
then
you're on
turn up to
WH,
Curry's
that
when
means
they
you'll be coming
open, and
through
if they've got
Rabbit
one on the
Canyon, right?
shelves,
Shit,
buy
I
one and
guess.
just cancel
Good.
the order.
Me and MT are gonna take the company chopper and meet you there. Company chopper, yes, Michael, it's a tax write-off.
10 to
Frank, you still
15%,
there?
really?
Yeah, I'm just about holding on to the road.
I've
We're
bought
taking
a
the
couple of
chopper and
things from
we'll head you off.
Curry's.
Deal with
Like,
these
I've bought
business-stealing
a
pricks on the
couple of
road.
TVs
Hey,
from
dog,
Curry's and
can you, like,
laptop, and
get
it's
on?
always been pretty much the same price as what it'd be on
We're
Amazon.
5 minutes out from the
Never
chopper.
like 10-15% more. Unless they've changed a lot in the last couple of years. Curry's prices are normally pretty good, it's just that they don't have stock.
Elk in the road!
Yeah.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah, I've never had trouble with Curry's prices.
Shit on me!
It's good to know that MSI have
I
been a
got your
pain.
back, homie. Find him. Oh, shit! Trevor, man, shit, you there? There was a deer in the road, man. These motherfuckers crashed out.
They crashed. They dead?
Nah, they gone.
Curry's
They ran
have top
into
end
the fucking
PC
woods,
games
man.
store.
I need
No,
air support like right fucking
so
now.
it's really hit and miss. Like, I've been in some curries and they've had like literally GPUs on the
Don't
shelf.
worry. Incoming!
And then I've been to others. Like when I went to our one in Norwich the other day, they didn't have anything. They had some like hard drives and that was it. They seem to be like coming and going. I wouldn't be surprised if something like a new GPU launch. I wouldn't be surprised if they got some, but I don't know. A lot of the time you can order them to the store as well. Like you can buy them online and then get them delivered to the store. Stuff like that. It's a shame we don't have like Maplin anymore. They used to do stuff. There's not really anywhere on the high street you can go just walk up and buy a GPU anymore, is there?
Incoming? Man, you're all business.
Yeah, well, this is kind of important. These men don't like me, and they know we're back in the sandy shore, so...
I just hate the uncertainty of everything. I just want to pay a company the money that it will cost and then know that I'm going to get one. I suppose the problem is that there's more people who want one.
Remember, she ain't mine, she's the company's.
I don't even, with the 5090, I want an air-cooled one. Other than that, I don't really care. Just because I don't have a great place in my case to put another fan.
The O'Neills want you dead anyway.
There was a deal. The contract to end all contracts. Serious multinational stuff. I was this close, and they stole it off me.
Overclockers customer service is really hit or miss. I found if you get them on the phone, they're not too bad.
What's with all the questions?
But they can be a pain over email.
Ride for once. Hey, I'm coming along for the ride, ain't I?
Yeah, but I sense your heart ain't in it.
I know there's some manufacturers that are like, hey, we'd rather do the RMA stuff with you rather than via the shop.
You're such a depressing cynic.
Oh, poor Trevor.
I'm sorry I'm a
Just depends whether you can even get one a month after release, Fogger.
and emotions.
Wait a second. I remember this chopper. We used this to break into the IAA building. You stole it from the FIB?
Not so. I took it in lieu of payment. There was a
I quite like
rifle on
Scan.
board too, so if your panties
Their
aren't
website's
going
quite good as well.
over stolen office supplies, can you please use it to scan the forest for
Overclockers did email me back straight away when I emailed them this morning asking if I could pre-order. They probably
Them hick dudes
had to copy and paste out to 1,000,000 times.
That model's fitted with a thermal scope. Look for their heat signatures. Any of them punks wading around in the shallows?
Wouldn't you know it? Okay, I got a guy in the water. I got him. Can't outrun a bullet, baby.
We ain't found them yet.
And what are you doing out so late? Just one poor soul remaining.
Higher ground, Mikey. You find them on the hill. Movement just above you. Possibly human.
What the hell is
I
he?
see someone to the right there. Scan right. I think I see someone. Something's coming. Watch out.
Whoa!
Coming.
Thank you, Offers, yeah.
I can't get a shot.
It's on you, homie. You know what hick smell like.
Frank, you want to do me a favor here? Find him before he blows me to pieces.
Don't worry, man. We got this.
Oh.
If you swimming, I am too. Fuck. Man, this water's fucking cold. Hear that, boy? He's closing in. Dinner time, boy. Come on.
I'll be back to revenge myself.
Don't worry, I got you.
You ain't getting this, O'Neal, brother.
Last guy's done, homie.
All right. Stay there. We'll come down and pick you
One
up.
his rocket launcher. Thank you.
Alright, now that the angry hillbillies with rockets are dead, is there anyone else we should worry about trying to kill you?
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's some bikers, the Chinese, Madrizo's people, but whatever. Don't act like you're so popular. Get it! Get it! All right, back to the airfield.
Yeah, let me know if you find anything like that.
Oh yeah, you can afford a runway, but you can't afford to move out of that corrugated metal death shack.
So how you guys doing?
Well, we're alive. Hey, good work down there.
I'm the one who says thank you. He was helping me. Thank you, Franklin.
Yeah, it's cool, homie.
And thank you, Chop.
Hey, are you gonna tell us exactly what we were helping with? I know you said these guys stole some business, but that doesn't really explain why they wanted you dead.
Didn't I say what happened after they stole the contract?
Nope.
Yeah, that's the release date that Nvidia said.
I killed a lot of them and then
But when you say in shops in Fogger, I don't know what it's like there, but here we just don't have any high street shops that have stuff like that on the shelves.
Just then, I killed Ernie, Earl, Dale, Doyle, Daryl, Dalton, and Don, and a few other guys when I blew up the farm. So, maybe this is kind of a revenge thing. I don't know. Let's not forget that I'm the wrong party here.
Yeah, you are definitely the wrong party.
Oh, for sure. Here we go, taking her down.
That landing was mostly
Feel
fine.
good, huh? Helping a friend in need?
Come on, Chop. Come on.
Oh yeah, taking out some hillbilly crank dealers on a blood feud. That's what I live for.
Hey, Trev, man, we gonna bar this and head back to town.
Yeah, that's what
Come on,
Nvidia
Michael,
said,
man.
boss.
I'll drop your ass off on the way back. Chop, get in.
See you back at Casa Phillips, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for the warning.
Trevor!
Martin! You know, I've been thinking about it. I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to accept an apology.
Where is my wife?
Patricia doesn't want to speak to you. And frankly, neither do I.
I will find you!
Okay. Well, I'll put some coffee on then. I'll see you soon.
What, is this a plane I can just take here? Or is that for a specific race? Oh. Right, what can we do? We've got... bunch of boring stuff, and then we've got another assassination mission to do. But I don't want to do the assassination mission before I have to. Right, shall we go be Michael for a bit and see what's going on? Yeah, Fogger, it's like... I'm tempted to get an 80, because obviously it's literally saving £1,000, which is huge. And like, with all of the stuff they've been showing off about DLSS 4 and stuff, it's like, oh, well, I'll still get amazing frame rates at 4K with the 80.
Martine.
But
Hey, look.
my issue is
What
really
have
the
you done?
VRAM.
What have you done? Where is she?
She's safe. Look, I'm gonna find
And I
a way
feel
to
like
make
if I
this
get
right.
the 80, I'll always be like, oh, I should have got a 90, you know. I guess for the amount that I use it and the fact that I sort of have to use it for work, hopefully it'll be... It'll make sense. Can Michael get tattoos? He's got feelings for Patricia. Bless him. Oh, there we go. We've got a... Yeah, apples. It's a lot of money. Like, it really is a lot of money. I've basically spent about half my savings on this PC. Slightly more than half my savings. Which means the chance of me having to go back to teaching a bit earlier are real. But I've never had a top-of-the-range PC. It's been very exciting.
That's a masterpiece. I'm good.
Gracias.
Head.
I went to art school. Real clean work. Be good.
I think he needed a head tattoo. Maybe a haircut as well. Yeah, it is like, it is crazy how little VRAM the 5070 and 5080 have. 24 gigabytes would have been great.
What do you have in mind?
I'm sick of him looking bald. They're all bald and beardy.
This is some of my best work yet, I think.
Yeah, make him look more like an old gangster. But just putting him back to what he was like before, really. But now with a neck tattoo. Teaching might be in a better place compared to when you left. Not yet. I still, obviously, with my supply teaching, I still go into teaching and go into schools a lot, and I still speak to some teachers. Teaching has not got better. Maybe it will do one day. Maybe I'll be able to find a job that's not teaching. Or maybe the channel will just blow up and then I'll start making loads of money with this. That'd be great. Making a reasonable wage with this would be wonderful. Rather than just having to rely on Adam and James to fund me. Secondary. I have done bits of supply in primary, but if I was getting a full-time job again, it'd be back in secondary. Or what I need is a really rich, like a millionaire, to come along and be like, hey, I like your streams. I'm going to pay you £20,000 a year to stream. That'd be great. I'd really like it if a company paid me to stream. You know, imagine if Nvidia hired me as a streamer and it was just like, hey, we're going to give you a nice PC, stream all the newest games, showing off what they look like. Oh, that'd be lovely. Searching for a whale. Yeah, who isn't? Who wouldn't want a whale? It's the absolute dream. Maybe I just need to tell Elon Musk that I, agree with everything he says. That seems to be what a lot of people on Twitter hope. Oh yes, Mr. Elon. You know what? If Elon Musk was like, I'll give you $1 million as long as you stream and power up my talking points, I wouldn't do it. And that's quite a harsh thing to say, like, even though it would improve my life immeasurably in so many ways, I couldn't do it. I'll do a lot for $1 million. If it was like $1 billion, then I'd do it. I've got a price. Everyone's got a price. If Elon Musk gave me $1 billion, you could do the funniest thing ever and literally immediately give 95% of it away and be like, there's no way a person needs this much money. You could give 90% of it away and still have $100 million. It's like, that's the sort of money where you could give 90% of it away and then buy everyone in your family a large luxury house, pay off all of their debts, and then still be incredibly rich for the rest of your life. Oh.
All right, so we did it.
There we go. Stole that. That was easy.
Wes, that military hardware we needed. It's parked out back at
Can't
Trevor's
get likes
office.
on the stream today. Do you think it's because I didn't do a thing saying that, oh, can we get 50 likes? And your viewers? Maybe, Mark. It's less likely, I'd say. I wouldn't want a small country. I wouldn't want a large country either. I mean, like, what do you truly need? You need a house. I wouldn't even want, like, a super fancy car. Just having a nice, fairly big house would be great. And then pay, you know, to have a cleaner.
It's another one of your fucking disasters.
That's about it. Other than that, I'll just live as I do now.
First you take a hostage against my advice, and then you start some kind of crazy high school romance with her? Are you nuts? She's a 60-year-old housewife.
Wow, she's 57. And she thinks that I'm mature.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something.
I just put 50. I just did a poll because then everyone sees it when they start trying to chat.
Insane. You're not making my situation any easier.
Oh, there's a surprise. I knew it would become about you.
I miss my family.
Oh, you're full of shit. All you ever did was ignore them, and now that they're gone, you miss them. Fucking incredible.
I'll tell you what's incredible. Fucking incredible.
Hey!
You mother...
Hey!
What?
Enough! You got me out here. You wrote me into your crazy world of bullshit. If it was lies, new age shit, and arguments about how good life used to be, I could have stayed my ass in Los Santos.
Hello, Franklin.
What's up?
All right.
What's up?
Here's the shot. We're going to Paleto Bay, and we're gonna do this thing. Any questions? Comments?
Yeah. I miss Brad. That crazy motherfucker was with us now. He would have loved this. Instead, he's got to enjoy himself molesting white-collar criminals in a federal penitentiary.
Thanks for sharing. Anybody else?
What about me?
You'll be waiting for them by the river, handling the getaway.
All right.
Now, you
Yeah,
three
thank
go
you,
in,
Alphas. That's
grab
pretty
the
good.
take. You rendezvous with you, you get out of there. Does that, work for everyone? Great. Let's go.
Oh, you know what you could do? You could buy a load of houses off landlords.
Come
and
on,
then
we
sell
got a
them
score
for
to
much
take.
less money to people. Problem is, how would you stop other
You
landlords
ever
from
hit a
buying
bank
them?
before, Franklin?
Yeah, I was the driver on the job my boy Lamar pulled. Guess it's the same kind of shit we doing now, right?
You just give them
Nice,
to people.
bro. What was the take?
Shit, I don't
I'd
know,
I'd
man.
literally, if I bought
can't
all the
remember.
houses, like loads of houses in Norwich, and then
Everyone
we're just
remembers
like,
their first
hey,
score.
can I sort something out with the council? The people who are on the waiting list
Mikey,
for social
what was
housing,
your
just
first
give
bank
them the
score?
houses.
88, outskirts of Carcer City. Took a small franchise for 10G. Yeah, things were easier
Hey,
back then.
landlords.
Yeah, 25 years ago. Jesus!
Leeches.
You, generic goon. What was your first bank score?
I was somewhat of a prodigy. Dropped out of school, wanted to start taking down joints. Didn't know how to do it. And then it clicked. I got the most powerful weapon on the planet up here. My mind, right?
Yeah.
Soon as I understood that, I wrote a note, handed it to a teller, walked out of the bank with a couple of grand. Did it again the next day. Got caught on the 5th job and got sent away for 10 years.
That's too bad. So,
No. Best thing that could have happened to me. I really studied inside. Psychology, sociology, animal behavior. Now my brain's a super weapon. You know, I got some ideas about how this job might be run more efficiently.
yeah. Good for you. And your turn to share, kid.
Yeah.
I told you I don't remember the details, man.
Leave him alone, Trevor.
This is an important moment, Michael. Here we are, on our way to almost certain death, bonding, pouring our hearts out, and this guy is sitting here, soaking it up and giving nothing in return.
Hey, if he don't remember...
If he don't remember, I'm supposed to trust this man with my life, and he don't trust me with the details of his first bank job?
Well, how about you? Why don't you share with the group? I'm here. I'll back the facts.
A checks cash place? I went in, took him for 8 grand, walked out.
Ha! It was a bit more complicated than that, though, wasn't it, T?
Maybe I knew the guy. Maybe he ID'd me.
Maybe you did 6 months.
Maybe I was out in 4, and that, children, is why we don't leave witnesses.
That, children, is why you don't rob people that you know.
Yeah. Franklin, share.
It's so good,
come on,
Mario.
kid. It
So
can't be
good.
worse than Trevor's.
All right, man, shit. Okay, the score was like 2 stacks, man.
2G? Take home on your first gig? That ain't bad, man.
Man, the whole score was 2 stacks. Only I didn't see none of that shit. Die pack went off, homie. Money was useless then.
Die pack. You amateur!
I knew I shouldn't have told you shit.
Hey, Franklin, we all gotta start somewhere.
Last time I tell your ass something.
Ow, come on. Don't be so cool, man. Learn to laugh at yourself.
All right, Frank, we're gonna drop you up here, okay? When you hear it kick off, get ready because we're gonna want to go ASAP.
I'm on getaway, man. I'll do it.
All right, you know where you gotta be?
I got it down.
I'll bring a die pack just for you.
I didn't even realize they all put their balaclavas on.
We ready for this?
I could use a restroom break.
And risk getting ID'd. You're an idiot.
I gotta go, moron. I gotta go. It's number 2.
Yeah, well, pinch it off.
I'll go in the bank. I got a baggie.
All right, we all good? Let's hit them.
Let's do this. Banky, banky, banky.
Let's go! Please get on the floor. You're being robbed.
Today's going one of 2 ways, friends. Everyone on the floor, now. You and you, out from behind the counter. That's it, hands in the air. M, keep an eye on our trusted employee.
Okay, you got the crowd. Cops should be here soon, so keep an eye out.
I've gone through the lock. Kick the door down for me, M. I gotta do everything. Kick the door.
If I ever meet this alarm guy, I'll fucking shoot him.
Not if I get to him first.
Yeah.
Stay back! We got hostages!
Tell the sheriff.
Why didn't you just kill them both?
Confirmed. We're gonna need everything we got down here.
Sheriff's here. We never could have beaten that response.
There's other ways of beating it.
Move in! Follow procedure!
I don't care if they surrender. I'm killing me some bad guys.
Now let the hostages go, and, we'll talk like gentlemen.
Time to face the music.
This like job like is sort of skipped so many bits.
Mother shit.
F the fuck off next time!
Another one, right? And the price of gas keeps on rising.
Collateral damage, Key!
I got a minigun, you humorless prick!
We got eyes to the sky! Key, down the bird!
Look out! It's coming down!
It's coming!
Let's go. I got you covered. Come on, move.
Go, Key. Come on, Key, I don't have time for your bullshit. You know what? I think I would prefer the cops behind.
I ain't the one who stabbed friends in the back.
Hey, there's cops in the bay. We ain't gonna be able to get out this way.
You hear that, guy? Shit! We aren't getting out on the water!
I knew your plan was bullshit to begin with. Can we go?
We're not going through this, not with 50 pounds of gear. Time to go! Come on! By the pool!
Lay down your weapons. Give yourselves up.
Hey, Frank! We need another escape route. Can you find a vehicle? Something might stand up to gunfire. There's some construction around the way.
Well, we have ruined someone's lovely home.
Yeah, the only thing your crib's missing is a pool with a burning helicopter in it. Keep behind the car! We gotta push through this roadblock. Go! On it! The troops are here! Keep pushing! That'll do it!
You've caused enough damage. Get it up.
Yeah, I'm doing good, thank you, Mario. How are you?
Hey, through here, right along. Fine. Our boy's pinned in. We gotta leave him. We're gonna take that chance with the cash as well.
I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. Do something.
I got the money back.
Zombie, you dicks. I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs.
You don't care about this money? War army? This is why our defense
He's fine, look. He's not pinned anymore.
This ain't nothing to do with you! This ain't got shit to do with you! Go back to base! How the fuck is Uncle Sam involved? T? What the hell is that? From a chopper. That's what I thought. We need to get out of here. Right. Come in. We need a way out. Quick.
I want the tank.
I'd take this shit show over another few minutes of his shitty attitude any day. I knew it wasn't that good, but I think so is shit, okay? All we gotta do is hold this position till Franklin gets here. That don't sound complicated at all. F, you need to get here. The bags with the money in them are being ripped apart. Sit tight, man.
You okay?
I ain't dead yet. I'm on my way. Take cover. You gotta watch out, fool. So I guess we shooting our way out of here.
That was a horrible punching sound. Ah, I'm losing money.
We out the way. Hey, you blocking the wrong road, man.
Are you almost here?
Nearly.
All right.
How many dudes they got in this private army?
How you doing, son?
You hear that gunfire? That's how I'm doing. Who else will be fucking this up?
Where you at, kid?
Listen to the shoot. Pinpoint ain't tough.
We're holding here. Fall back. You wanna play with me? It's getting hairy over here.
It's hairy over here too, man. Chill. Oh, over here.
There's our ride.
Good kid. Go, 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 go!
Oh, dear God.
Go left! There's another train coming from the right! Hey, what happened to the other guy? He's in a better place! Damn, that's too bad. Shit happens. Move on. Drive the fucking digger. He's a humanitarian. That tank don't look too friendly.
Let's go inside the group.
These shot old man, huh? I'm grouped just fine.
Man, y'all look hot in the motherfucker in these suits.
Hey, let's get that train! Shit cakes! They're all over us! Close them down!
Let's go, motherfucker!
This way, through the warehouse! Stay behind me, kid. I got the armor. I should have worn a suit, man. Use me as cover, Frank. You don't want to get out front. Just fuck off already! Hey, Frank, you good?
I need you to cover me, asshole!
Who else will be fucking this up? We punch through, we get clear. Come on! You holding on, F?
It's like Killdozer. Yeah, I was thinking that.
Army showing up! Come on, you assholes! So I guess we're shooting our way out of here.
Yes, we're shooting our way out of here, Franklin. Well done for realizing what's going on. Good work, you.
Die, you prick! Watch the grenade! Hey, man, these guys are every fucking where.
Ow.
Last call! Could be our only way out of here!
Someone give me
cover! How you doing? Hey, we got a train to catch! Just hold them back!
Hey, when this train coming?
Give us a minute! It's getting heavy! Now's when we could have used Daryl to help hold it together!
I'd take this shit to go over another few minutes of his shitty attitude any day.
I knew he wasn't that good, but I didn't know he was a dick, okay?
Hey, they coming from the end of the warehouse!
Hey, asshole!
Retreat! Everyone, retreat! Just fuck off a minute.
Oh, shit! We ain't got long!
Fight me!
The train! It's our only shot! Here we go! Right here! Get on! Ah!
There we go. That wasn't too bad. You'd think the army would be able to stop a train. But, you know, we'll ignore that. We'll ignore it.
Let's go.
Yo, easy, easy. I'm a friendly. Agent Sanchez.
Our very own corrupt G-man in training.
You gotta be careful, buddy, all right? Because they are looking around these trains for illegals. And if you're mistaken, you'll be shot, amigo.
Very amusing.
Yeah, if you expecting them two to bring you up, you're gonna be disappointed, homie.
Right back at you. Got the money?
Everything we got.
Okay, here's your cut. Considering present scrutiny on public worker remuneration, this is a big win.
Oh yeah, that's a huge fucking win. Woo!
Monsters.
I'm out.
It was 8 million, but we're not
Haynes will
getting
get
all
in
of
touch
it.
with you once
dare
Operation
they?
Save the Worlds ago. Get your crew together, okay?
Fucking punk. All right. We should probably split up. They're gonna be looking for a 3.
Oh, the blood we spill for the security of this country. Come on, Franklin.
I don't really get that.
Man,
so we
I'll
just
let you
pulled
know
off
that.
a ridiculous heist to raise money for the FBI.
Seriously?
Stealing it from corrupt police. Well, I got $500,000 each from that. That's ridiculous. That at least has gone up quite a lot, but I think it's still going up. It's not quite done yet. So at least Michael will be quite rich.
To think. Hell, it was just down the freeway.
Apparently the price goes up and then it stays like steady for 2 days. So I need to wait until that happens.
Trevor about? He's probably out somewhere drinking human blood or eating household pets.
He's not that bad.
Really?
Well, okay, he is pretty bad. But he's got a sensitive side.
Oh, yes, he's very sensitive. When he gets his feelings hurt, he's devastated. So what's your story?
I ain't got a story. I'm an independent thinker. Living out here away from the man. From what I can tell, you're like a high school athlete. Living off old glories. You used to be able to manage heat. And now you're worried if your loafers are getting scuffed.
Any more bullshit comes out of your mouth, you're gonna learn all about my past glories firsthand. You understand?
Absolutely, sir. That came out wrong, all wrong. Tell Trevor the monthly train is coming through.
What monthly train?
The monthly train.
Where have you two been?
Getting some fresh air.
Talking of beautiful things.
Yes, I hear Stockholm Syndrome is very nice this time of year.
Hey, watch your mouth, boy, all right? It's always been a dream of ours The train of dreams.
The hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about gold. Enough to keep Ron in trailers and you in therapy. Enough so that we can pay off that Mexican and get you back in town, baby! Yeah!
This better be fucking good.
Jesus. Man, we've talked about this hygiene thing before, bro. I invite you into my home. This is how you repay me? It's like living with a fucking horny skunk. Get a boat and meet me under Raton Canyon Bridge. I'll be on the earpiece.
Put my helmet on. Gotta be nice and safe.
Alright, so I'm taking a car to steal a boat, stick up a train, and get some gold.
That's about the size of it. Make it a fast boat.
The logistical mind of Trevor Phillips. So it's like gold bricks on board, right?
Sometimes. This is a high-value courier service run by Merryweather.
Oh, Merryweather?
Tranquilo, Mike. This ain't a weapons train. It's goods too valuable to insure for air travel trade.
Gold.
Sometimes gold, sometimes artwork, priceless antiquities. Sometimes enough for you, me, Ron, everyone.
Fine.
And here she is, the magical train. Choo-choo! Mike, oh yeah,
oh my God,
for
this
your
is scary.
shopping list. We'll need some bombs.
Okay, I'll pick them up when I'm back at the trailer.
Back at the trailer? Where are you? We got work to do.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm getting changed.
Whoa, getting changed? What have you turned into? Stop that train! I've got a ticket! Hold up!
Oh my God, this is hard.
Don't leave without me!
Yeah, did it.
All aboard!
It's crazy that you actually have to pull that off.
Oh, come on! Come on!
Good thing I had her helmet on. Safety first. Wasn't it in San Andreas everyone hates the train mission?
Howdy! There's a new conductor on this train. You on the water?
Sure, just caught a fish. Let me know when you need me.
Got it? Eat it? Be under that fucking bridge. When we go past Toledo Station, whole of Merryweather's gonna be onto us.
Well, I did it. It was fine.
Train ain't stopping here, boys! Em, I ain't far out. You under the bridge?
Approaching the inlet now. I'll power through to the bridge.
This boat seems like it would be bad for gold. Whatever. Transport.
I'm living the life, my friend. This is quite a spot you picked.
Enjoy it now, because it's about to start raining fire.
Whoa! What the hell? That was insane. Yeah, I saw it's like a notify me, but
Now, if I was a speed-free cannibal, what would I blow up a train to steal?
Don't be smart. Find the loot. Our moment of judgment.
Yeah, now get your ass in there, Mikey!
I'll be as quick as I can be. I gotta run a fucking salvage operation in here.
Merryweather recovery teams arrived! Bro! I'm gonna run out of bullets at this rate. Come on!
Keep them away from me, man. I'm looking.
Wait, who's shooting me then? Oh, it's another pilot.
Find something, Mike! Find something!
I can tell you I'm looking, or I can actually look.
Snipers on the bridge!
Hey, you're
Where? Oh, there.
scope, right? Use it and find those shooters before they find me.
How? I didn't mean to do that.
You beating off in there? Move it!
I'll find something when I find something. Hold them off.
I don't know how to equip the scope.
They're parachuting in now! I'm out here doing the hard work while you're in there relaxing. Find something!
I'm spending more time giving status reports than looking.
Where is it? Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know what button it was.
Merryweather fleet's here, bro!
Oh, I've got to do this again.
Speed it up! Grab something, let's go!
I ain't found nothing good yet.
Hurry it up, man!
Hey, you ain't motivating me. I'm moving as fast as I can.
They got shooters on the track!
You still got that thermal scope on your rifle?
How?
Find the shooters with it before they
How?
find me.
I don't know where the other sniper is. Oh, there. That's where you are.
Stop looking for your tiddler and find the loot! No more snipers, so you can come out as soon as you find something! Now the parachute regiment turns up! Ron would have found something 10 minutes ago!
I'm looking! Got something? Let's get the fuck out of here!
About fucking time! Come on! Downriver! Vámonos!
Nice.
They got some boats after us!
Get these boats off of us!
Nature, you're right. It's a beautiful.
I think I'd rather do the shooting.
Fuck you! We gotta deal with this boat.
It's fine.
Hey, Em! Good thing you changed clothes. You couldn't have done this without that weird vest thing.
You all gone? Yeah.
We got a buzzard on our tail. Ha! Fuck you! You feeling
Oh,
alive?
killed it already.
Juice pumping through your glands.
My glands are just fine, without the crashing trains, exploding helicopters, and sinking boats.
There's somewhere we can pull up just down the coast.
Whoa, man, you work hard for your living. Boil it down for me. How much you think you make for a senseless killing, huh? Couple nickels?
Times are tough. Have been since we put you in the ground.
Hey, you had your savings.
That I couldn't access because you blew the identities. You know, there was nothing for Brad's defense. Ron organized some transport for us.
We got one little briefcase. That's it.
Oh, his and hers, huh?
Because of your independent spirit. Hey, 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 hey! Hey, before you go, show me the loot.
Alright. It's perfect.
Perfect for fucking what?
For squaring things with that Mexican psycho. We give him this, and you end your relationship with that little lady. Maybe we won't be deadmen in Los Santos.
I don't fucking see that Silicon
How
City
do you
again.
sign up
It'll
for...
be too soon. But this is
There we go,
my job,
notify me.
not your call to make.
Nah, your job.
Alright, I think I
things
already
up with
did
the
this
Mexican to
morning.
begin with.
My job, my score, get your own!
Wait, you give me that case, I'll give you something bigger.
What?
Union Depository.
Fuck off. Can't be done.
I never said impossible. Just very difficult.
Verging suicidal?
That a line you're afraid to cross? Come on, T. You remember the dreams? Couple kids pulling jobs, the big one. I know it sounded crazy back then, huh? But hey, you and me together again. With Lester and Franklin on board, we can do this thing, T. This ain't no dream no more. Yeah. You keep the case.
Fuck me. Okay, hey! All right. Here. Keep that silly fucking thing. And you can keep Patricia as well, all right? Because I respect that lady and I ain't gonna hold her back.
Thank you.
Just remember, I'm gonna be keeping my eye on you every inch of the way, all right?
Of course.
And if that bastard fucking cheats on her one more time, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You know, Trevor, we both know you're not the marrying kind. But hey, it's great to be back in business, huh? Let's bring it on.
The big one! The big one!
Nice. God, I drank too much water. I need to do again. Back in a second. Enjoy the beach.
Hello?
Townley's on the line too. Hey, Trev. All right. I need your whole crew over at Cape Catfish. We're moving on the chemical weapons plant.
Nah. I just gave something to Lester. I need to deal with some stuff. Get back to Los Santos. Just, give me a week.
We got the equipment with your Polito money. The gangbanger's already on the way. The window's open, my friend, and you are jumping out of it.
Shit.
Los Santos ain't going anywhere, bud.
Right, so what have we got? Got a mission there. Looks like that's it. Right, better check the stocks again. See if that's flattened off. Not yet. Alright, let's go do some driving. These little buggies are quite cool. Speedy off-road. Oh no, but I don't have enough torque! Oh no, oh no. What do you think? Can I make it up that slope? I should have just gone up the path slowly, that would have made much more sense. Easy! Sorted. What's going on here?
Okay, let's get the show on the road. You're gonna try and show me who's boss?
I'll just join this race. They were like, don't worry about the fact you just ran over a couple of people. Oh yeah. Why? I don't know why I'm in this race. Yeah, Michael, that'd be cool. Bit more freedom.
Goodbye now. Have fun. See ya.
I mean, I do have a gun. I feel like that would be cheating, though. It wouldn't really be in the spirit of this. And it's also going to be quite easy to win without it, by the looks of it. Without shooting the competitors. I feel like it was in Vice City where I used to do street races and just used to kill everybody. Just kill everyone immediately at the start and then just win the race. It'd be kind of cool if in GTA 6 you could even do stuff that was like... It wasn't, you know, the game didn't think of it as a heist, but you could just actually do it, you know. Oh, there's a bank, it has a vault, you can, like, you know, bring a couple of people with you and run it all. I think the problem with stuff like that in open world games is that normally they're a bit too easy, like normally the security and stuff isn't that scary. Whereas, like, if you had it so, like, oh yeah, normally if you did this, like, this would happen. But if, you know, you cut the alarms first, and then you bring someone who can, like, open the vault door, and one person opens the vault door, and then the police don't come in if you have hostages, you need somebody to keep an eye on the hostages, and stuff like that. Someone did that in 1 millisecond, that's pretty good. Yeah, then I think that'd be pretty cool. Right, let's go back and do this. I'm gonna put my helmet on. I feel like I'm gonna need it. When am I getting WhatsApps? Oh yeah. Gotta go to the dentist on Thursday. I quite like this dentist send me so many reminders. Wait, are they chasing me? Yeah, a bit. But yeah, it'd be cool if there was like the open world had enough systems where it's like, oh yeah, you can actually pull off a heist on me. Oh, you know, like that train thing. It's like, hey, what about if you switch these tracks and made these trains crash, and then that meant that you could get the containers, but there'd be security coming. Like, just do stuff like that out in the game world would be cool. And it's like the game could kind of show you in the campaign kind of how to do it, but then if you wanted to do it again later, you could do. And there'd be like some random little twists here and there and stuff. It's weird how quickly I've started just taking this for granted of like, oh yeah, I'm just now driving around in this crazy, detailed world. Don't even think about it. Just like, just do it. Like this feels quite authentic, I think. This feels quite a lot like California. I was watching a video yesterday about boring areas, and he was like found like little footbridges that go over the road, and it's like, oh, and a lot of them the pedestrians actually do use them. It's crazy. There's so many like little details in this that you just wouldn't think of at all. But the developers have put some time and energy into it, into making it work. Little like interactions with people and stuff like that are just very specific. Like if you get into this one particular situation, then the developers have been like, yeah, something should happen if you do that. How come I'm playing through GTA? Because I'm kind of bored of Call of Duty, and I've decided to do my streams instead playing through a load of games that have sequels coming this year. So I'm replaying through GTA 5, gonna play through like The Witcher, well, I know that's not coming this year, but I'll do it at some point. Death Stranding, stuff like that. Have thought about playing Red Dead 2. Yeah, I don't know, we were talking about that the other day, that maybe we'll do a stream where we play through that again. I don't actually own it on PC. My wife does want to play it though, so it might be something that I play off stream with her. I do love Red Dead 2. That was a thing that I was reading about. This mission's been disrupted. What the hell's that about? What? Why has it been disrupted? What did I do? I was watching something that was talking about someone being like, oh, why it's a good idea to why it's a good idea to walk in video games. And it's so true. It's something that I do quite a lot, but I haven't really talked about it that much. And it's like, when you like sprint around in games, you look crazy, and it's like it breaks all immersion. You know, games like Cyberpunk or The Witcher or this. If you're sprinting all the time, you just think about it in terms of the game. You know, you're getting from here to there, and you don't really pay attention to anything, or even like Dark Souls stuff. Whereas if you just let your character walk instead, like, yeah, everything takes longer, but you really kind of take in the details and stuff and notice stuff on more.
Oh, please, go and hurt yourself.
I'm gonna what
Do you want me to get the law on you?
Okay, sugar, hit me.
You piece of shit.
Oh! Oh my God!
I thought I could dodge. Don't get a piece, don't get a piece. Oh, god damn it. How do you dodge? I thought it was B, but apparently it's not. There's an LT block. I don't know. For some reason I thought there was like a dodge button. It wasn't working, whatever it was. Got away from the police. Yeah. Right, I can look it up in here probably. Settings. On foot. Yeah, melee dodge is meant to be X apparently. X is melee dodge when you're in a fist fight. Apparently. I don't know, did that say, was there a... It says target lock on, aim weapon. Melee dodge is X. I don't know if there is a block. Yeah, I think it's just dodge. Alright, well. I may have fallen down the mountain. Oh god, oh god. I may have lost a load of health, but it'll be fine. So yeah, like if you're walking down here, just walking like rather than sprinting. Because in real life, you wouldn't sprint up this, would you? You'd just walk. And it's like, oh, you suddenly get to appreciate like, hey look, there's a pretty little lighthouse down there. There's a big mountain up there. You just sort of take it in a bit more, don't you? You can hear the rolling waves. You can hear something moving in that bush. I really thought a car would come by now. But yeah, it completely changes the game just walking a little bit. Makes you less efficient, but makes you maybe enjoy the game a little bit more. There's a rabbit up ahead. Isn't that lovely? Oh, apparently there's a boat going the other way. Like a car going the other way, but I need one coming this way. It's one thing I'm not a big fan of in GTA. I know it has to do it, but this whole thing where, like, you know, you turn around and stuff disappears or reappears. Can't believe I fell all that way just because I got in a fist fight with a lady. Some weird skid marks there. So it was a car driving past, but that car never actually drove past in the first place. Like, this is kind of a moment in a game. You know, this is a thing like, oh, remember that time when I got in a fight with a woman because I stepped on her property and then she called the police. And so I had to, like, drive away from them, and then the police car was coming, so I drove down towards the beach, but ended up falling down a cliff and fell in the sea, and I had to walk all the bloody way back up. Like, if you're just sprinting around, or if you're fast traveling places, stuff like that, you don't get things like this. Sort of emergent little moments that might have never happened to anyone else before. Why are there no cars up here? The stuff that GTA is so good at. And I feel like so many open world games aren't good at it. What's that? A rabbit. The moon is fat. Beware of the Judder Man. I'm going back to that house. I'm going to find that lady. Apparently, people don't have, like, set houses in this, though. Like, yeah, every time you load in a house again, it'll have different people outside, which is a shame. I think it'd be fun if they assigned specific NPCs to specific houses. But, that's the house of that person. Right, I need to take them by surprise this time. They might be inside, I don't know, it's pretty late. What would Trevor do? Nut himself on a post. That does seem like the sort of thing Trevor might do. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, these windows are filthy. Oh, there's no one else. Oh, yeah, there is.
Oh my God, you are push me.
There we go. Thanks for following, Hoodie Vibes. No, I'm not going to throw a sticky bomb on them. That'd be too much. Or would it? I'm seeing that car, though. I mean, that was maybe the most beautiful J-turn that I've ever seen in my life. What? Who would live out there and have an electric car? Trevor asserts dominance, yeah.
What's going on, ladies?
Hello, Trevor. What kept you?
Business, Michael, business. All right.
See, that makes that a lot funnier.
Of a big international
my business was getting beaten up by a woman, falling down a cliff to avoid the police, then coming around and beating up a woman and a friend and stealing their car. That's Trevor's business.
Please fucking insanity. Then they can't fry you.
If you want something done, go to the busy man. This rich fuck is useless.
Hold on, man. Can y'all knock that shit off?
Oh, look! Boys, you're boys. It's the feds.
Hey, where's the other three?
What other three?
We told you to bring along 6. This is a 6-man job.
No, you didn't.
Dave did?
No, Dave didn't.
You said you'd do it.
That is a frickin' lie. I do not get things wrong.
All right, great. Then we're out of here. Fuck it. Let's go.
You 3 can do it alone.
And fuck you. You do your own dirty work.
Hey, I do my dirty work every day, keeping the country safe from scum like you.
And you're doing a great job, sir.
Hey, you want this job done? Then come with us, huh? Come on, Mr. Leisureware, Mr. Depressed Accountant. Let's go save America.
Who the fuck are we saving it from this time?
This is the real deal. My sources are convinced there's a plot in international affairs, you know, the agency, and they're using this facility to make a serious nerve toxin.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Which they plan in their mind-blowing insanity to let a major terrorist release on a metropolitan area so they can continue to get funding. Nothing increases funding for fighting terrorism more than successful acts of terrorism.
All right. So let me get this straight then.
No, there is no getting it straight. That's the point. Now we're doing this. You 2 are on getaway. Fuck off and make it happen. Michael, you're with us. What size flipper you wear? Agent Norton. It's been a while since you were in the field.
It'd be cool if in GTA you could offer money for people not to call police. Yeah, that'd be good.
Shut up, I'll be fine.
And you, get in. You're driving.
Go down the coast. The facility's a few clicks south of us.
Listen to me, Steve. No wisecracks, got it? No fucking cliches. We're fighting for the freedom of the people today.
Don't lecture me on patriotism. You've been living outside the system too long. Social responsibilities, a joke to you.
So maybe I redeem myself, get killed in the process, huh? That old bullshit.
No one is dying on my watch. Not even the burnout bank robber with temper issues and nothing to live for.
A hero's death is too good for you. You'll die in the ignominy you deserve.
This is the bay. We can get in through the discharge tunnel.
Here goes.
It's good that he knows how to dive and everything. Why would I drop the flare? Why would I do that? I don't understand.
There'll be a grate over the outlet. Townley, you've got the cutter. When we get there, go to work punching through. Roger that.
And this game has you doing so much crazy stuff.
Using the oxyhydro cutter.
Can't do this in Red Dead.
That's burning at over 3,500 degrees.
Yeah, thanks for the science lesson. Can I keep this for the next vault I hit?
That gas won't last forever, so cut smart.
I hate stuff like this in games. It was cool in GoldenEye when we did the bottom of the train.
Facts for me from the instruction manual?
And I kind of hated it then.
Intel on the equipment we sourced using your hard-won funds.
Ha! I figured it was all gonna go on a wardrobe full of windbreakers. Oh, and maybe some nipple clamps. That should do it.
Okay, we swim down the tunnel, gain access to the facility.
You sure this thing comes out where you think it does?
The intel is good. We're 100 yards out.
Ah, I feel like I'm giving a colonoscopy to the Statue of Happiness.
Nice change from beating up Trevor Phillips's ass all day.
You feel that? Water's getting warmer. You wet your pants, Davey?
This is a cooling tunnel. Of course it's getting warmer. No one urinated.
I know for a fact that that ain't true.
The problem with this job is I only get to know the criminals who are dumb enough to get themselves caught.
Yeah, only I wasn't caught. Remember? I turned myself in.
He makes a point. That makes you doubly dumb.
In Red Dead, can you?
Final turbine. Nearly there.
No, I need to play Red Dead again.
There's the surface. We're inside the building.
Swim over to the ladder.
That was a bit weird. You've all been playing Echo the Dolphin.
How are we? Huh? We ready? I was born ready.
Where does guns come from?
Dave. What's the plan? Hey. We locate the toxin and action our escape strategy. That's what we got.
Great. Lead the way.
Bank robber, your job is to keep this covert and non-lethal as long as you can. Move it! You, don't be a hero. Drop your weapon.
Yo, who are you?
Zap him, Michael. Okay, now hit the elevator. So what exactly does a neurotoxin
Say
look
no
like?
more.
You're on a need-to-know basis, bank robber. Shut it. Elevator's coming down. Someone's on board. Out! Get the pass. All right, we go. How you feeling about this? I feel pretty damn fine. Yeah, if only your
Bloody
camera
delay.
crew was here.
What does it say no more?
We're fine. Move on. 2 lab geeks. Gotta deal with them. They're down. Let's go. Corridor goes around to the left. Don't sit there. Bring it to them.
I don't think you should wander around just tasing random people.
Stay against this wall. Security is scheduled to come through here. This is them. Take them out or let them go.
I dare you.
They're gone. We've got some time.
He did kill the other one. I thought we were keeping this
Here's the card
non-lethal.
on that swiper. There's a lab rat in with the toxin. Let's do this. You! Door, now!
I don't know what you think you're doing.
Door can only be triggered internally. Wait, someone's coming. I got this. You! Hands up! Back up! Back up! And freeze! We get collateral! You want a bargain? What's Nerd Face worth? Open up! Stick up, guys! You're expendable! Get the nerve... This'll make me... the most dangerous man in the country. I'm also the most shit scared. Oh, man.
Why would you not just take the thing that it's in?
Federal government. Put the lab right under Townley.
What?
Damn it.
Okay.
We need to get the nerve agent into a refrigeration unit.
Security alert. Security alert. Facility breached.
It's gonna get heavy here. Use a real gun. Next detail, there. Let's keep moving. Up through here. Come on.
We lost track. Man.
Let's go. Another guard. Poor bastard. We cannot take chances.
Your knees.
Left, up here. Push for the exit. Corridor goes around.
There's no bloody health or anything.
You hit me in the wrong place and we're all fucked.
Shit! Get down!
Those crazy monkeys.
And we go. Don't shoot me. I'm carrying nerve toxins here.
Appreciate it.
Keep moving, people. 2 guards.
We need health.
Hey, you work for the wrong branch of the government. Hold by the door. Can we get a move on? Man, these thieves are pissed. should be arriving. Wouldn't be surprised if they had the whole county on lockdown.
Just what I need. I got a Nerf fucking agent in my pocket and a battalion of soldiers on my ass. This is for the greater good, allegedly.
Oh, I knew that was coming. I didn't have much health through all of that. I don't know how far it's going to put me back. Hopefully not long. Yeah, quite a way.
You can zap this humanitarian, Michael.
The toxin is volatile. We need to get it into a refrigeration unit.
Warning, facility has been breached. Facility has been breached.
I'm trapped over here. You got the right weapon? This shit's about to get real.
Agency security.
Fuck off! Yo, sit there. Bring it to them. You a dick.
Do it. Let's go.
My buddy's been shot.
Oh my god, I'm losing so much health already.
Come on, let's go.
I am not doing this well.
Another guy. Poor bastard. Let's get out of here.
Left. We need to be gone before the whole place gets shut down.
Along here, to the left.
I'll kill you.
You chose the wrong line of work.
Shithead.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
Hey, we gotta go.
Is there not a guy just there?
Can we go?
I've got this. Yeah, I should do. Let's wish. Oh, there's some health there.
It's a grim business.
There we go.
Move to the door.
That makes life a lot easier.
I hate to think what these chimps have seen.
It's funny how they have different voice lines for specific bits of missions.
Push. Come on. A distress signal will have been sent out. Expect reinforcements.
The military? Great. You hit me in the wrong place and we're all fucked.
Let's do this.
Don't shoot me. I'm carrying nerve toxins here.
I don't want to be around when Michael takes a bullet in the test tube. Get the agent in the refrigeration unit. It's over in that container. Come on.
What refrigeration unit? Is that the refrigeration unit? Yeah, probably.
Here we go. Get her on ice before the sell-by.
Okay, steady. Easy does it, Em. Just as I was getting used to having the apocalypse in my pocket. There you go.
Phillips is on his way.
Good. Get this thing ready to move.
I'm just a couple clicks out. Is the package ready?
Package is ready. Get over here, man.
I can't
Cargo Bob!
the tank from the Polito job on this chopper. The flying pig rig.
And we need a flying pig rig right now.
This thing's cool. I love the Cargo Bob so much. I feel like there was a multiplayer heist in this building, wasn't there?
We missed the window. Agency response team's already in the building. It's never too late. We're going. Let's go. It's too risky, Bandito. That bird goes down and takes half the West Coast with it. You know what? If you're done puking up excuses, how about we come up with a solution? Okay, okay. All right, you go. I'll stay in cover. Fuck it. Fine by me. And the dead bodies? I'm lucky I'm not one of them. Come on. Let's go. Oh, FIB Special Agent, I got this covered! Detain this man! Fuck you, I should detain you, I just took a bullet for my country!
Go, go, go! Pull us up! What happened back there? Where's Agent Haynes? Don't tell me we suffered casualties. Only self-inflicted ones. Fucking guy shot himself so he could pass as a double agent. Well, maybe they'll debrief him with a 12-inch aluminum flashlight. Haynes took the easy way out. We're the ones hoping we'll outrun the agency response team. I think Franklin's the one taking the easy way. Guy's got his feet up in an aircraft hangar. Look, let's just get to the airport so we can finish this bullshit. When you drop us, I'll take the nerve agent. Mr. Phillips, can I trust you to dispose of the chopper? I got more important things to worry about messing around with this stupid chopper. Like things that actually mean something. Not made-up wars with made-up enemies. Matters of the heart. Is he fucking with me? Probably not.
That seemed like that was quite a long way to drop that from, but it's fine.
Hey, Frank. What's cracking, man? So the chemical weapon in there, right?
If it even is a chemical weapon, hell, it could be shaving cream for all I know. By the way, next time you're getting wet. Oh, but there won't be a next time, will there, Davey? There never is.
I'll do my best for you. I always try.
Yeah, well, maybe this time we'll get lucky. Maybe this time Steve will succumb to the strains of enhanced interrogation techniques.
Interrogate him? Are you insane? They're probably decorating him right now.
Hey, Davey, your boys at the agency are onto you, remember? Huh? You and Stevie.
Just try and keep your heads down.
Yeah, putz. Who's this? Oh, fucking A. Yes!
What's up, man?
My days in the wilderness are over. Lester, he settled up with that crazy Mexican motherfucker. Gave him the artifact. Now, as long as Trevor handles the wife, we're good.
But what about him, man?
Yeah, fuck him. He likes the desert. Besides, we do one big score, we're all gonna have to go our own separate ways anyway. Oh, man. I can't wait to get back to that movie studio.
Yo, all right, man. Well, shit, I'll holler at you later then, all right?
What a shit show. I'll tell you what, you could take this desert and stick it. My life may be a world of pain, but from here on out, it's gonna be cool, comfortable, air-conditioned pain. Take it easy.
Bow, bow, bow.
I had a wonderful time, Trevor. But we both know I made a vow to my husband.
I know!
You have a great pain inside you, but you are a beautiful man.
I've never been so happy and so sad in my life.
You have a beautiful way with words.
For some reason, everyone I love abandons me.
I am not abandoning you. I am going home.
Street you!
I know. I know.
Let's go up to the orchard.
No. Stay.
You better treat her right, man! I will, amigo! Otherwise, the other ear!
Of course. The way I see things, you and me and Michael, we're friends now. Good friends. Such good friends that we will make a great effort to avoid one another.
That's fucking perfect!
Thank Michael for the statue. It is exquisite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Mission passed. Oh god, what's the police doing over here? I always like watching what the police are doing. Oh god, the police are as per usual, the police are just murdering.
Looks like we're gonna have to do this the hard way. What a waste.
I'm in serious shit over here! That's how we do things around here. Give it up!
Oh, the car's gone. Weird. Fog is showing off. Right. I think that's going to be me for now. Well, no, I better just check the money situation again. Have I hit my peak? Made quite a bit, like 12 grand. Not terrible. It's not quite hit the peak yet, I think. We've got another day or two. Right. 40, 80, and 14,900. Yeah, I feel like that's probably pretty good, isn't it, Fogger? That's probably okay. Right, I am going to stop there. So thank you very much for watching. We'll be back again with more tomorrow. We'll keep on plugging away at this. I don't know how much more of the game's left, actually. GTA 5 mission list. Full story mode guide. How many missions have we got? Done all of that. Done that. Done that. I'm doing these a bit out of order, I think. I've done that. Done that. So Polito's score was 46. Monkey Business is the one I just did, so that's 48, I think. Oh, and it goes up to 70, so I think I'm a bit over halfway. Maybe like 2/3 of the way. Cool. So, thank you very much, and